Hey everybody, I am trying to figure out how to find the share button for this. Here we go. Okay. But hey Kevin, hey David, do we have a Yang and Anita command? Yes, we do. All right, let's edit that and put this in there. See Adam's short on this here. There we go. All right, cool. We got all the commands set up. I need to do a little bit more organization, I think, before we can kind of truly start, because there's a lot of stuff on this list and I need to prioritize what we're actually doing today. I think I'm just going to delete that. Ready to know how to use the battle simulator? Yeah. But you can save at the end of any configurations. You can load it once the simulator is turned off. All right. Let's go start this. I want to just get things done today. I don't want to get stuck on something. The new short didn't pop in my feed. Strange. That is strange. Hey, Crude Forge. You're gonna wrap the entire stream? I've already started. It's just very loose rhyme scheme. That's another thing that's strange. Normally, I'm positioned over here. Do I need to move this? Hang on. Other way. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, so what do we have? What do we have? Let's go just save any of these as simulating battles. Except vaulted. Simulating battles. Okay, so background or overview, I guess. Battle simulator is a way of running many battles at once and seeing the stats from all of them at the end. It's intended to be used to balance characters or enemies. How to use: set is simulating to true in the code. And then the only entry point right now is just modify run forest test. Modify run forest test to include your scenario. See the commented out code as an example. You can also call Q random configuration, which you already have there. It's totally fine. And then if you want to see a battle running manually after that, you can save the game when the simulator is done, turn off the simulator, and then run manually on the game again and load your saved game. That's it. I don't want to put too much here. I don't want to be too prescriptive about this stuff. Hey, Broken Crown. Wonder why they don't mirror their cam so the mic holder isn't floating midair. I've just never been too bothered by this. But the other thing I always wonder about is, will it look weird if I mirror it? I am too. Like, is there some uncanny valley thing going on if someone knows me in real life and then I'm flipped on stream? I should probably just like put green paper over all of this so it gets keyed out. Cast removal day? Yeah, it's Wednesday. That's right. I hope it all goes off without a hitch. Add readme on simulating battles. All right, so that's done. This thing about writing notes here, I'm gonna put this on Thursday. I want to get done with this stuff tomorrow. All right. Windy had suggested that I put the Skeleseller wrap on the Steam page, and I asked what did he mean by that, and he said add it as a trailer. I think that's bonkers. I'm not gonna add it here because the other thing too is like I have these muted all the time. I don't. Yeah, I'm not comfortable doing that. But I think putting it in either Recent events and announcements. I guess it could be an announcement. Putting it as a forums post. Where is that? I think over here somewhere. Why is this taking so long to load? Hey, MDD Crazy. Wondering what this channel is about? I'm mostly working on Skeleseller for probably the rest of this year, actually, which is a game you can check out on Steam if you want to. I'll also share the link just to... Oh, it's already there. Never mind. So we're going to be getting to coding pretty soon, but I'm just doing some organizational stuff sooner than that. Discussions, yeah, here. So I could post it here, I could post it here, or there was a third place that I'd thought of. Oh yeah, there's some other thing in the community hub. Artwork maybe? Or maybe videos? You can make a video or start a new discussion. I don't think I want to do this. I think I just want to make it a forums post. Yeah, start a new discussion. Can I pin this? I can't pin this. Can I pin someone else's thing? Is there a pin thread? There is. I don't know. Does anyone think this is a good or bad idea? I'm kind of neutral about this. Like, who's reading this? Let's just try it. It doesn't matter. Fine. Skella rap. I made a video yesterday for April Fool's Day. How do we find it? It's in the today command, right? Yeah, here it is. I should probably add this as a command as well. Adam made this video for April Fool's Day 2025. It actually does tell the story of Skeleseller. So a gaming channel? No, not a gaming channel. No. This is a development channel. Which is why I said we're going to get to coding pretty soon. I very rarely play games on stream unless you count the one we're making, in which case, I mean, that's part of making a game is trying it out at some point. But yeah, otherwise very rarely do that. I can't even remember the last time. It's probably like 4 years ago or something. I made a video yesterday for April Fools. All right, I lost the video though, didn't I? No, here it is. Okay. It tells the story of the game in rap form. All right, there. No one's ever gonna look at this. That's fine. Don't care. Ignoring that now. Merge PR for icons. Focus on the game becoming playable. And then anything from here we can get rid of? I don't think so. Okay, so PR for icons. Let's go take a look at that. Slime and mana icons. Oh, you know what we probably need? I don't know if this is actually written down. I'll just say modify art requests. Remove the ones that were already done. And add the one for item stacking if we don't have it there already. This adds 4 new icons. We have the slime ones and more mana. Yeah. Okay, let's go plug these in the game. Is there a way to just download all of these easier than this? Because this tries saving it as a text file. Oh, actually saves it as an SVG this time. Why did it try saving pings as a text file, I wonder? Huh. Well, we should be able to save this. So let's go do that. Replace. I can double check these after I've downloaded them. But yeah, this should be, whoops, that already exists, I guess. And that already exists. Maybe when you have swipe or onion skin on it acts weird. But I have it on 2UP right now. Oh, the other one wasn't on that? That's possible. Maybe it was swipe. I don't know. Unfortunately, I downloaded this with the wrong names. We got to go delete the other ones. Where are the other ones? Swallow, crystal growth. Oh, that's very loud. Although I guess you can't hear any of that. I'll turn the sound back on. Swallow and crystal growth were the only ones. Got it. Okay, so we want these 4, but we need them to have different names probably. This is technically not a chicken leg anymore. It's just a bunch of food. I guess we'll call it feast. And maybe this one's slime swallow. Feast. Crystal growth is probably still fine. Maybe we call this mana crystal. Mana crystals. And then apple core is still an apple core. Okay. So now we got to get these in the right place. Let's go do that. Game, assets, icons. Should be in here. Yeah. All right. Let's copy all these things over there. Replace apple core. That one's fine, but now the icon IDs need to change. Yeah. All icon data should be the same. Okay, so apple core is done as far as I'm concerned. Feast is the next one. It used to be chicken leg. So we're gonna rename this to feast. Call this feast. Alphabetize this. And go make the icon ID. Chicken leg. So this is feast now, and we move this back to where it should be. Right there. Okay, next is mana crystals and slime swallow. So swallow is now slime swallow. And it gets moved up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. It's alphabetical order regardless of which file it's in. So I could just sort these things. And the final one was mana crystals, which I think had crystal in it. Yeah, crystal growth. So this is mana crystals. Now we put this here. And then get crystal growth out of there. Call this mana crystals. And put this wherever we have these things. Yeah. All right, I think that's everything. Now we need to fix any of the broken icons. So let's just try building. It'll just tell us where the errors are. Yeah. That way I don't need to find these. So this one is now feast. This one is now slime swallow. And this one is mana crystals. All right, let's try it out. I like the look of them in isolation. So all we're really doing is seeing how do they look in the game. Turn this off. Oh, I gotta load Godot. Whoops. I'm not even sure if that fixes. No, it doesn't. All right. Let's rerun this then. Oh, right. Now we got to fix the tinting. I forgot about that. And that also means we need to fix it on the enchanter. Enchanter perks. Yeah. All right, that should do it. Oh, well, gotta get rid of that too. So I think there's one icon that we're missing. Load this. Yeah, so this is looking good. Feast appetite, seek food. Yeah. And then the enchanter is the other one we got to test this out for. Nice. Okay, let's take a look at the town hall. Yeah, this is missing item stacking. Actually, can I show this on stream? I might be able to. Well, I'll just do this now really fast. It's not going to take very long. Drat. I messed that up. Okay, so item stacking. Only identical items can be stacked. So this should probably look like multiple of the same item rather than having disparate items there. Okay. That's it. That's pretty good. So now we can delete this thing from my to-do list. Right there, kind of. That's done. And we can go check this in. use proper icons. There should not be anything controversial here. Nothing even necessarily worth looking through. Just making sure there's no like obvious mistakes. Yeah, we just replaced icons and then got rid of the tinting. Cool, sounds good. Use Skeleseller specific icons. The only temporary icon in the game right now is for item stacking, I believe. And we'll have a plan to get rid of that. SVG style is pretty controversial. Pretty amazing. Okay, so thank you for... Oh, you know what I should have done? Probably should have merged this and then made all the changes so that Quickie Joe gets credit. Thank you for doing this. I really like the... What is it called? I really like the new swallow.svg. I incorporated these changes in git push. Let's get the commit here, paste this here. So I'm going to close this PR. Yeah, close. All right, great. Ooh, well, so now what we need to do is figure out what is the main stuff going on for today. And I did set up a playtest for Sunday. So let me write this down over here too. Friday, #1 task is to get the game ready for my friend on Sunday. The way I've been doing this, and I know I've said this a lot of times, but we have some demo launch date. And I haven't set it in stone yet, but it's either April 11th or April 18th. I'm not sure which. Either way, ahead of that date, I try to do some UX sessions, or I guess it's user research. I keep saying UX. User research sessions with friends. These sessions, we're typically on Discord together. They're sharing their screen, and I ask them to think aloud. So they play the game, and they're like, oh, I don't understand how this works, or oh, that's really cute or fun or cool. And I write a whole bunch of notes, and then I go and process it afterward, and we come up with some action items. No one has really played this new demo with a month and a half of extra work in it, other than us as developers, I guess. So I think this is going to be pretty insightful. I already have some opinions on how these systems work. And yeah, I think we're going to need to do a couple of these and figure out how it's going. So that's the #1 goal. That's also the #1 goal for today, but I'm not going to write it here because we already have this. So I had a bunch of feedback here. I don't think this is important to tackle yet. Bug with coloring perk prices. I'll take a look at this. I'm not sure if this is even a real bug, but let's see if we can tackle it. Wonder if you can update the commit to add them as a co-author. There used to be a site that would generate co-author credits. I guess maybe it's not that hard to do. At this point, I'm not too worried about it. Quickie Joe is in the credits of the game, and I'm never probably going to remove him from there. But, yeah, I guess commit history doesn't matter too much. Hey, Matt. Yeah, the only way... Let me think about this, actually. Yeah, the only way I'd remove people is if all of their assets were gone. So, like, these people should hopefully be gone at some point, because those are all for temporary icons. All right, what was I just about to do? Check to see if perks have a problem with updating their costs. And they might. I don't actually know. So what we need to do is buy something worth 50 and then see if these other ones get faded out. They do. Why did I write this down, though? I thought there was a problem with this. Maybe it's only when you... No, it's not happening here. No, it's not happening at all. Let's try something else here. When's the next EP drop? I think to get an extended playlist would be very tough, because that track took me a long time. Like, a surprisingly long time. No, this all looks like it's working fine. I don't think there's an issue here. Yeah, I don't think there's an issue. Okay, well, we investigated at least. Fishing pond needs to be rebalanced. Max fish isn't super interesting. Also, the scale is off the charts. The scale is off the charts. Oh, I know what I meant. Having 100 max fish. Do we get the album with it? Their deluxe package? I mean, it's always going to be on YouTube. So I don't think I'd ever sell that sort of thing. But my wife suggested that, like, what if when you beat the game, the credits roll or something, and then it plays the Skeleseller rap. I was actually thinking another way we could potentially do it is, what if after beating the game, there's new game, load game, quick game, and like special intro shows up? So I'm not sure. We'll think about that. But I think we could add it to the game. I don't think anyone's gonna like it. Well, maybe they will after they beat the game. It's way better to go to lower level places to get loot. This is a pacing thing. We'll write this up here. So this is a quick fix. This is a quick fix. Any other? Yeah, maybe this. These are also quick fixes. Anything else? This. And yeah, I think that's good for now. Okay, let's address all of these. So we'll get started on this. Upgrading the portal should center the camera on the new location. I think the camera has a center on entity. We should just have a center on position. I'm actually kind of surprised we... Oh, I guess that's what pan to position is. Yeah. Don't we also have a pan to location over time? We do, but I think... Oh, we could try this out. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so you unlock a new location. This happens in the battle panel, but in the instance map, I guess. And this has a camera, right? Yeah, it does. Unlock location. Here it is. Set selected instance ID, and then I guess I want this. Pan to location over time. We need the node where we're unlocking this thing. Get map marker. So I want, this should have a position, right? Yeah, it does. Camera, pan. Okay, let's try that out. Gonna be able to get 5 to 10 people interested in the game jam bingo. Think you need to see if Adam will let me put up a sign up message. Yeah, sure, you can definitely do that. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a cool idea. I didn't want to say that I could commit to it, but I guess at some point I need to decide, because I'd be part of this bingo board, right? Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how my involvement goes, but I could always highlight it on stream too. So yeah, just let me know. All right, so when you click upgrade portal, it should center the camera now. Yeah, it does so by zooming out, which I don't like. I think I want like a panda location over time without zooming. Then again, I don't know, because let's just keep repeating that. What if I'm zoomed in way somewhere else, like over here, and I click upgrade? Zooming out actually does make sense in this case, but it just doesn't make sense when it's super close. Although I guess if it's close enough, then it just pans a little bit, right? No, it still zooms out. Yeah, this is pretty much just like make a better camera zooming function. All right, for now, let's see what would happen if we just have it pan without zooming. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Yeah, sounds good, Matt. And thanks for setting this up. Movement tween is not null. Kill. Update zoom index. I mean, we probably should just have a boolean to this saying don't change the zoom. Yeah. Bool allow changing zoom equals true. So that, and then for this one, we just set it to false. And then try it out. Let's try it. So I'm going to zoom in completely and I'm going to hit upgrade portal. Yeah, that's nice enough, I guess. It's at least better than nothing for right now. Let's try over here. Maybe it should only do that after it's done panning. No, I don't know. I think this is fine. Yeah. Okay, so if I were to beat that boss, then it's gonna pan the camera. Oh, nice. It does it even if this is closed. That's kind of cool. Maybe a hair slower. I'm not going to worry too much about speed for right now. It's using the same function as the other one, so it might go kind of fast, but most of the time you're probably focused on wherever the last instance was anyway, or you're zoomed out, in which case being zoomed out, it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're just going to stick with that for now. This can be improved for sure. Hey, Amy. Lil Skella. I have skin. I have muscles. I have blood. I'm a human. Pan camera upon unlocking new location. This is for the battle panel. Oh, we're harvesting a plot. The dirt patched fade out. Where is that dirt patch? Not there. There it is. Tilled land. Don't we fade out the plant? I guess we never do anything with the tilled land right now. But that means we're not fading anything when you farm something. Harvest. Doesn't matter if you manually harvest or not. Things coders and GeoGuessr players have in common. My wife and I were watching something on TV yesterday, well, on Chromecast, I guess. And Chromecast has all these cool backgrounds. And we saw one of the Aurora Borealis in a snowy location. And we were like, where is this place? And it made me think of GeoGuessr and how GeoGuessr people probably don't think, where is this place when they see a picture? They just know. But we had no idea. And unfortunately, there's no like easy way to figure that stuff out for Chromecast, at least. You would expect them to have like a, oh, here's a QR code, scan this, you'll get details about the photo. Hey, Turbo Dave. A lot of great progress so far. You talking about on Skeleseller or on GeoGuessr? Hopefully Skeleseller. Yeah, naughty Dave. Rami took a screenshot of whatever message you tried asking me to type and then said, LOL. Likely Iceland. I don't know. It could be in a lot of different countries, right? Like Alaska, Northern Lights. Yeah, I think Alaska's pretty good for them. I think the Scandinavian countries are both. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if you actually don't know. It is on Discord when you were asking me to type a certain text message. I don't know when this was. It might have been yesterday, which is why I don't know if you're serious or not. Because if it was like 10 minutes ago, then obviously you know. All right, so anyway, here's where we want this thing to be. We have crop here. We fade something. When you harvest it, we fade out just the plant. We want to fade out two things. How do you do two things at once here? Fade tween. Oh, there's no fade out. We'd have to tween property or something. Yeah, this is probably how you do it. Let's see. Tween. No, I don't have it there. Godot UI. I think it's chaining something that makes it work in sequence. Otherwise, it's always in parallel. Triggered the automod like 3 times now. Yeah, time to ban this man. He is not allowed to have fun in our server. All right, this is just tween property, but it does have the same fading. We might want that to happen. I'm very torn. Oh, wait, you can just pass in an existing tween? Wow. Wow. That is something I did not realize we coded in there. That's pretty good. Okay, so just fade out the tilde thing too. Get node, what's it called? Tilde land? I don't remember what I called it. Where is it? Where is Godot? Here. Tilde land, yeah. We'll do this properly in a bit. But let's check this out. So this is existing tween. Existing tween. TK gamers. I'll check out the today command. Although it's not going to be interesting or make any sense. This takes in a canvas item. Oh, I should alias that. Yeah. Is it going to be your intro on Steam? On Steam? So this is what Windy had suggested, is add it as a trailer to the game page. I am not going to do that. Hey, my friend, thank you. Title got your review. Yeah, I suspect overall it's going to be a net negative on views because some people in this category are going to expect some coding description, and this is something about talking about rapping. No, I mentioned this in the description of the video, but I can't sing. And to release a music track where I'm singing, I think is a little cringy and a little embarrassing. But it's for April Fool's Day, so I think it's fine. And I think kind of containing that blast radius is probably a good idea. Are you a Taylor Swift fan? I don't really listen to pop music very much. I mostly listen to classical music and like video game music. So I don't know the last time I've heard a Taylor Swift song. I probably wouldn't dislike her. I just don't seek it out. You can't sing, that's why you rapped. I mean, there's also the chorus. Chorus is just singing. It took me an embarrassingly long time to even get to that point. We just did something and I've forgotten completely what it is. Oh yeah, fade out the tilde land. Okay, let's go try this out. So we build the farm. And now what should happen is the... Oh, this is in sequence. I need it to be in parallel. Wasn't there some like chain call you can do? Fade tween dot chain? What does this do? Use to chain two tweeners after set parallel is called. Ah, I see. Okay, so I want set parallel on it from the beginning. Set parallel to true. Is that just assumed? Yeah, it's assumed. Okay, there. That should work. It's a wrap? No. Also, my wife really liked it. It's April Fool's for you today? Did I say today? I meant yesterday. Oh, I think I said check out this, which is the today command, which talks about the video I made yesterday. I don't think it's April 1st for anyone in the world now. Yeah, there's no time zone that's 9 hours less than this one. Okay, cool. This looks a lot better. So now the tilde land itself fades out. Before it just stayed there and then disappeared. I didn't like that. Yeah, I'm happy with how the lyrics turned out. Those took me a long time. Didn't do his long planned April Fool's stream. It just wasn't going to be a stream, that's all. I still did the April Fool's thing. I just didn't stream it. And I never planned on streaming it. A lot of times I have kind of two things. Actually, I did write another satirical short story, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I never polished it, so I didn't release that. That was just like a bonus April Fool's thing that I just never finished. I should probably ask somebody if it sounds good or if it's funny, because it's probably not funny. All right, so the crop, we get this inside. Actually, you know what? I think just doing this here is probably fine. We don't need this anywhere else. Peaked when you did the knock knock joke one? What? I don't remember what you're talking. Are you talking about the... Oh, What was the knock knock joke part of that? That was started via knock knock joke? I don't think so. Was it last year we did the social experiment game? Yeah, I loved this idea. I don't think it turned out to be all that interesting in practice, but I love the idea. Absolutely love it. I still think my favorite April Fool's thing was 2019. Is there anything else that was and then 2020 is probably a close second. I love the idea of that everyone watching it live thought it was just a live feed at first. That is very fun to me. So yeah, now I got to think of what we're doing next year. Fade out tilled land when harvesting a crop. Chat Royale was pretty great. That was fun too. My favorite moment of that was still when someone sabotaged one of the games. I think it was Dennis. All right, so that's done. Zombies shouldn't die in one hit. If they do, there should be upgrades to make that not the case. Maybe the player steers them toward defense or attack. Yeah, I think there are a few different options we can go with here. Option one, like witch doctor summons zombies more frequently. Actually, you know what? That's probably just a good skill idea to have. Skill to make the witch doctor summon more frequently. I'm not sure how much we want to go in that direction though, because that could be overpowered with some other stuff. Anyway, that's option one. Option two is increase the life of the zombies. In fact, what if we increase the life of this? Oh no, we gotta be careful because there's a skill called Zombie Legion, which is when an enemy dies, summon a zombie. I guess we could change it to when an enemy dies, like lower the cooldown on summoning a zombie. But we need to make sure that you're not summoning like super powered zombies. Hey Stockton, reminded me of this. I'll check that out tomorrow. I'll write this down for now. Oh wait, I can see what this video is by hovering over this, right? I have not seen this. Increase the life of the zombies. Option 3. I think that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, I don't want it to be a disappointing skill. This is what the witch doctor is all about. And right now the zombies are just dying immediately. I think we just need to increase their life again. Maybe we lower their power at the same time. Haven't seen the whole video. Yeah, I'll take a look tomorrow. I think it'll be funny to watch. Summon zombie. Where's the life? Percent health is 15%. Yeah, it's just a problem. How much life do you even have at level 3, let's say? Witch doctor life 1.2 times 175. 210 times 15% is 32 life. Yeah, it's just we got to at least double this. I'm going to set it to 35% and we're going to lower the power down to 75%. This is probably still going to break everything, but at least now they'll take a couple of hits. I'm not even going to test this right now. We're just going to keep this way. Yeah. Yeah, we probably should test it. I'll test it when I do the playtesting stuff. Oh, Ninja Burr, thanks for the raid. How's it going? Were you streaming like both at night and in the morning? Because I saw you were streaming yesterday with somebody else. Hey, DIY all the things. And hey, Lord Gloom. Yeah, how'd the stream go? Welcome in, everybody. For those who don't know, Ninja Burr is one of the very few people I interviewed on the stream. And I got that here somewhere. Yeah, there. How's your how's your studies going, I guess? Games last night and Fiber Arts this morning. Well, cool. Yeah. And good to see you. Let me show everyone what I'm doing here. So I'm doing game development. I don't know what you might have already seen here, but we're making a game called Skeleseller, And it's a game where you hire adventurers, you send them into battle, and they fight for you and collect items, and you go sell these items in your shop and get money and upgrade your town and stuff. So we're working on the next demo for this. It should launch in like 9 or 16 days, depending on how much work we can get done in the next week. So I'm not announcing a final release date yet. But yeah, it's a very laid back, casual game. It's doctored now. Wait, so this sounds dumb, but is it if the papers are under review? Like, can you complete your PhD without defending your research? Not yet. Oh, you defended successfully. Congratulations. Oh, so the papers are basically under review to be published. Because that's amazing. Yeah. Wow. Awesome. Yeah, I from our interview, from how you talked about this, it sounded like that was probably a lot of work, at least to muster up the motivation and everything. It sounded like the steam may have been leaving. So yeah, that's Dr. Ninja on us. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, I look forward to seeing those papers. When I set up the interview, I had said that I pretty much had two requirements. I forgot what the first one was, but the second one was that I got some update on whatever this research produced. And yeah, this is going to be that update. So true to her word. First part of this year was tough for sure. Yeah, and that's probably saying a lot given that this year has only been around for about 3 months now, right? Right, so increase life of zombies and lower their power. I just don't think they should have been dying in one hit to enemies. A doctor and a ninja. Next, she's going to work on the pirate degree. Time slows down. It probably is really tough. I mean, this is a multi-year long endeavor. And I don't know how many people tend to do projects that last for longer than a year unless it's for their jobs. Like how many people do have a hobby project that lasts for that long? So when you do it as part of school, because even then, everything up to your PhD, it's not really a multi-year long thing, right? They're all self-contained classes. Even if you do a master's degree, I guess your thesis is probably what, just 1 year? I mean, it can't be more than 2, right? Been renovating my house for years. That counts. Yeah, anyway, my point from all of this is, one, I wonder how much people actually experience this. And two, I think it takes a larger amount of motivation to stick with something for a long amount of time. I mentioned this in game dev a lot. There's a passion drop-off point. And I think this happens after about a month. So let's say you and a couple friends are like, hey, let's go make a game together. I think that after a month, that game has the most likelihood of dying. Because that's when people have to face the reality that what they're doing is work, even if it's fun work. Yeah. Hey, Radon. Hey, Flock. All right. So yeah, what we're doing, I know I showed off the game and everything, but what we're doing here is getting ready for the demos. And more specifically, this Sunday, I'm doing a playtest session with a friend. So I want to make sure we've addressed all of at least my feedback that I thought was pretty important. So this one, I don't know how easy this is going to be to do, but this extractor can be turned on or off. And when you drag an item to it, it also toggles the extractor, which is a problem. Wait, that's not happening now. Oh, maybe it's when you click. Yeah, it's when you click. Oh, man. It's only when you click to drop the item onto the extractor, not when you drag the item. Focus on specific parts that take less than a month. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. Yeah, and this is something I've always said. If the problem seems too hard, then the first step isn't small enough. Building world for over 10 years. To me, so I worked on some incarnation of Botland for probably like 5+ years behind closed doors. And I never want to do this again in my life. I just feel like this is maybe how development kind of used to be. You do something in private and then you launch all at once. And I don't really think, at least for game dev, I don't really think that fits the state of the world anymore. But also, just from a point of view of being motivated, having people who are interested, getting feedback as you're doing something. And I recognize it's probably different in the D&D world, but still, I'd love to have made that public at some point, or publish my materials, or broadcast our sessions or something. That way, it's not just an audience of like 4 to 8 people. What's Botlet? My legacy, it's dying. We presumably have this problem with everything right now. Yeah, we fixed it with the slime. I guess we could technically fix it with items the same way we did with the slime. Recycler. Click protections, yeah. Click protection timer. How did this work? We started it when you dropped off an item. Yeah, I think we got to do something like this, or I got to fix the whole input system at this point. Someone had suggested a while ago, what if we were to make GUI controls and make an invisible one for items so that these all, instead of using colliders and areas and we check to see mouse entered, they're just GUI inputs. And that way they could get sorted automatically, but we needed to get them sorted based on, I think, their Y coordinate. Anyway, I'm probably not going to do that right now. He feels similarly. It's been in his head for years and he's really excited about being able to actually share it with us. Yeah, man, that's got to be a cool experience. It's just like I said, I just can't imagine making something for that long and not getting any exposure, any feedback. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, whatever this person has in store for you. Who knows how much of it you've already experienced. All right, so yeah, I guess we put a click collection protection timer here. Is there a way we can just make a generic solution for this? Can I add a node that is this timer and has a start and stop for this? Or is that pretty much just the timer itself? Yeah, it's pretty much just the timer itself. Okay. And then can click slime is used in on click. So we want the same thing for the extractor. I don't think there's a click method for this, but there is some sort of toggle on or off. I don't know where this is. Oh, it comes from item machine. Yeah, here it is. Clickable area. Drop off item. Will accept. I'll never toggled. Where's the... There it is. Where's this called from? Right there. Cool. Grab some lunch, but we'll be lurking. Glad to see progress in the game. Launch. Well, just to be clear, demo launch. So the final launch of the game is probably still months away. But the demo launch is only in a short number of weeks away. Either way, thank you for the raid. I hope you have a good lunch. And I hope you're... What was it? Fiber Arts? Let me scroll up in chat. Fiber Arts, yeah. Hope that went well. Sorry, I'm not trying to be pedantic, by the way. I just want to make sure, because I have had people come in and they're like, I thought the game was supposed to launch already. And I got to be careful about how I talk about this stuff. All right. Timer, protection timer. Yeah. Okay, let's go add this in. I'm going to add it up here. Click protection timer. This is to prevent issues with clicking to drop off an item. It can also toggle the extractor. You make a very angry video about the Google Home app and how the user experience is so obviously wonderful. The Google Home app, I think I've used this very rarely and for only one thing. And it's to pause Netflix when my wife is watching on the TV. So it's not from my device. So I do not know about any of the woes of that GUI. Because that's the one use I have for it. It's atrocious. What's bad about it? What don't you like? And I recognize it might be a laundry list of things. All right, so we put this in ready. Seconds to stop click for. What is this? Is this like half a second or something? Is this ever referenced anywhere else? No, I think I'm just going to hard code this in here. Maybe not. Maybe we put this in some sort of input thing. Even just game constants is probably fine. Yeah, let's do that. I'll put this here. Public const float seconds to stop clicks for. This is because our input system sometimes has duplicated handlers. E.g., you can click to pick up an item, then click to drop it off. The click to drop it off can trigger multiple things. Yeah. There are sound settings for devices, and there are other settings for turning on notifications. But if you want to set it to beep when you first say the trigger phrase, you have to go into the accessibility options. Nothing's highlighted, let you know anything is clickable or selectable. Huh. I'm kind of surprised about this because Google has a common design language. And if it's the home app itself, then it's not some third-party thing that's farmed out. Like, presumably, and I don't know if this is true, there could be some extra options for each individual device you're controlling, and those might be farmed out to third parties, although they could be done in such a way that they're still in a consistent UX language. But yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, like I said, I just don't really interact with the app. The only real automated things we have are our lights. I think that's it. If there's any way to make an overlay, that'd be useful. That person designing would become wealthy quickly. Well, given your name, DIY all the things. Have you heard of the ESP dev boards? These things? So I bought one of these for literally $1. It's a tiny board with a Wi-Fi chip on it, and it's got a pretty easy interface to control. And then I mean, the next part I'm saying costs more than $1. Maybe costs like $3 or $4. But I plugged in a charger and I put some wires and a button on it, and now we have a button that can control things, which is just our lights in this case. But still, it's a very, very cheap way to make a remote for something and then bypass this app you don't like. Did that with a Raspberry Pi Pico with Wi-Fi. How much is the Pico? Because I was gonna say one of the nice things about the dev boards, the ESP ones, is that they're super cheap. Like I said, not even a joke. I wasn't exaggerating. It's $1, and I think the Pico ones are at least like what, 5 or 10. Can't find a price for some reason. Oh, there it is, AliExpress. Okay, yeah, it looks like they're like 10 or 11, something like that. Yeah, which is not bad. But if you're just going to keep this thing like on your wall at all times, then it doesn't really matter what the device is as long as you can interface with it once. Trying to update the BIOS on a motherboard. Gotcha. Yeah, down the line of projects. The home renovations. You got 10 more years, then you can finally do something fun. All right, this is going to go in game constants. Good. We'll put this in the click protection timer here, and then use the rest of this. We start it when you drop off an item. Technically, this is not click protection anymore. We might eventually have this being done through a different menu altogether. But what are you going to do? I guess we can differentiate them if we want to through that. And then this is just that you can click this thing if this is stopped. All right, on clicked. There. Okay, that should do it. Now we just import this thing and then we try this out. And if this works, then I'm happy enough for now. I know this isn't the most elegant solution. So to do outdoor rated printing, things that can handle the weather and UV. I can do do-it-yourself cameras. Yeah. If I ever got a camera system, I think I'd want to make it myself. But there are certain things that if you roll your own, you've got to be really careful about. So for example, any authentication system that you make online, like any sort of login or reset password, there are just a million things that can go wrong in this process. And there are things people don't even think about. Like, how are you generating your random numbers in a way that other people can figure out what the next one would be? And okay, sure, people use bcrypt or some cryptographically randomly generated numbers, but That's like one such thing. What about any other number of attacks or discoveries on the system that shouldn't be allowed? And with cameras, I think there's the same general concern, right? You are controlling all this stuff. Presumably it's on your own network, but what if the cameras are actually, I don't know, someone like opens it up and then gets control over your Wi-Fi? I have no idea. Just who knows? And there are ways to kind of get around a lot of that stuff, although I guess you can't ever stop someone from just taking a camera. Although that's probably also unlikely that someone's going to do. All right, does this work? Please tell me this works. So we drop an item over here. No, it's not working. I think because they're happening from different events. The recycler did this in some on-click function, which is overridden from NPC. Does NPC use input? It doesn't. It just gets it from the clickable area. Oh man, so we gotta probably do that same thing. Hey James, it's going pretty well. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. So we had the on-click thing. Why did we even do this? There must have been a reason for this. Yeah, must have been a reason for this. On click. Okay, well, let's try it then the way that I think this should work. And maybe this won't function. Why can I not find click on here now? Is it clicked? Oh, because this is an area 2D. Oh my God. That should be a clickable area. Item machine. Clickable area. It has a script. It's just still called an area 2D. That's funny. I didn't even need to change anything. All right, so is it clicked or unclicked? It is clicked. Why even wait, is it? Oh, this isn't imported, that's why. So it's probably just the AI trying to figure that out. Yeah, there it is. It's clicked. Okay, so clicked, we'll put on click. And then we'll go write this function instead of input. Although in this case, it can be private void on click. I don't even think, does it take in an event? No, it doesn't. We just know that this thing was clicked. So we just need to check here if the timer is on or off. Oh my God. Oh, that's why we needed this. Oh, darn it. Because there's an event that's passed in. Oh no. Oh no. What's the overall? Are you trying to say the French word milieu? Because otherwise I'm not totally sure what you're asking. I think golden gun. Yeah, this is a problem. We need the event for when you drop an item. Is that what used to happen here? No, it's just unclicked. All right, hang on. Let's find out why this is needed. Player held item. We do need the event. But then isn't that exactly what the recycler uses too? Or does drop off item do something different? Speech to text is hog water. So I've got some info online about this. But anyway, short story for those who hadn't heard. You're hiring adventurers, you're running a town, you are sending those adventurers into battle, having them collect items for you, and then selling their items and using it to build up your town. It's a very, very laid back game. There's not a lot of brain power that goes into doing any of this stuff. It's mostly just a like, hey, have fun, play the game. All right, how did any of this work with dropping off items if we never had events here? Wait, this exists. Item drop zone just takes in the mouse event. Interesting. Okay, so we need clickable area to do this too then, probably. Oh, man. All right, well, this is rather unfortunate because if I put this in, if I say some like input event mouse button, it's going to break everything. And if I make a new event, then there's going to be a clicked and there's going to be a clicked with mouse event. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I'm going to do this one for now. And we can at least see if this works. And if it works, then I can see if I want to clean this up. So invoke this one with the mouse button. Yeah, and hopefully that's what's needed here. So this part is fine, but this needs to come from with mouse event. Then on click takes that in, input button mouse, what's it called? Input mouse button. Event. Or mouse button. And then we just put this at the bottom. And try that out. Let's take a look. That's surprising. Guess we couldn't bind to the event. Although, what's going on there? Enable cast area 2D to clickable area. Wait, what? It is a clickable area, though. I looked at the scene. It's right there. Does the extractor override that? Be very surprised about that. No, it doesn't. Why does it say oh, I know. I think. No, I don't know. I don't know why. Unless I forgot to save something. I didn't forget to save something. I don't see what's wrong with this. Oh, this is inside of lever. Oh, there's another clickable area there. Oh, my bad. And yeah, this is not an actual clickable area. All right. Whoops. Yeah. The confusing thing about this is set to be unique, but this is only within the given scene, and it's only because I had this expanded. So when I saw this was unique, I never thought to look anywhere else. But this is actually grayed out, indicating that it's only within this scene. So I should have realized. Anyway, shouldn't be that hard to go change. This is just something with a script, right? Yeah, so we just add in the script ourselves. Okay. And then everything should just work. I think when it comes to navigating code, I've kind of mentioned this before. Identify what you do the most and what is the most costly. So like you'd have to be crazy if you wanted to type this out a second time and not just use copy paste, right? Almost everyone probably copies and pastes text, whether it's writing an email or writing code or something, right? So like learning copy and paste is one of the biggest things you can do to improve your efficiency. But then same thing when it comes to navigating code, it's like just the navigation itself, like switching tabs, files, going to functions, etc., going to a specific line number maybe. You probably end up doing this a lot. And for me, it is switching tabs and bouncing to like, okay, I'm going to the recycler, then the item machine. I type these out sometimes. Sometimes I see that they're open and I just switch between the tabs. But like that happens so often that if I had to use the mouse every time and click like the command palette and say go to file and then type in the name, I think it'd just be very slow. All right, please, please, please work. Now it's doing the opposite of what I want. It's only enabling the extractor. It's not letting me drop the item. Well, I have borked this. Drop off item. This is player held item doing this. But then there's a clickable area here too. Oh, we don't handle clicking. Oh, man. We handle clicking from the NPC though. I'm missing something here. I gotta write this out. So recycler is an NPC. NPC has a clickable area. And this thing overrides on click to call into whether you click the state machine. Okay, I see. Cycler overrides on click just to see if it should spawn a dialog. So now item machine has a clickable area. And the item machine on click is so that you can toggle this thing on and off. No, it's not. Oh my God, that's right. Oh my God. These are two separate things. The item machine has a lever, and the lever has the thing that I want to toggle on and off. Clicking it is used to drop items off. But then it has a lever, and clicking the lever is used to toggle the on-off state. So technically, there are a couple different things we could do here. You could like merge this clicking functionality into one location, like we do for the slime. Or we could actually, is there anything else we can do? I guess it's all a question of which handler is going to get this first. Yeah. This is hidden. This is here. So technically this probably does work as long as I drag to the right side of this. No, even then it doesn't look like it's doing anything. Why? I guess option 2 is revamp our events so that we don't have this problem. That's a pretty big task. But I think the problem with this, so the only real con here is this is difficult and would take a while. And the con here is this isn't how levers are supposed to work. Like the lever itself should have the event. Problem is then the lever would need to act as a drop zone too. I'm not sure what's best here. I guess part of the problem is I'm not even totally sure what option 2 would look like. My idea is at least use control nodes to handle clicking and dragging, but they'd be invisible. On items and destinations. And then we would need to probably need to sort these things based on the items themselves and where they are in the scene. Where they are in the world, not even the scene. And it could be worth prototyping this and trying to solve this. It would solve some other little issues that we have, probably. Like right now, if you drag an item onto wherever it started, it drops it again. But if you drag it anywhere else, it doesn't drop it. And if you click and then let go, this thing, it goes from being invisible. If I let go of the mouse now, it goes to being visible in the background. So like that little shadow effect in the back is good. But then you let go here and it's no longer a shadow effect. So that's harder to tell what you have selected. These are all little issues with how we did event handling, I think. And then you have characters like the slime, which have to have two different things. When you're holding an item, it drops it off. When you're not holding an item, you pop up the dialogue for it. And that's also been problematic. Okay, here's what I think. I think we should probably try to find a way to solve all of this, but it's just not the highest priority thing right now. So this would be the thing that's my conclusion from this. Better to do option 2 in the long term, but I don't think it's the highest priority for now. And then option 1 would be faster and would feel fine, probably. Yeah, it's just too bad. What does a lever do? There's some click function in here. Literally all it does is just change is on to not is on. So I think we just delete this code. Yeah. 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 That's what we would do. So we need a way to say that the lever shouldn't control its own event handling. We could just have a remove click handler here. Or we could have a Boolean that you set. That way you could toggle it on whenever you want. Yeah, let's do that. All right, public bool handle mouse events. Get set equals true. Not is on. So this is just if handle mouse events, then do this. Yeah, except for put all this into that. All right, so now the item machine, when it gets its lever, sets this thing to false. Is there some sort of init function in here? There is. But that technically isn't needed. We could do it as soon as we get to this. Handle mouse events equals false. And maybe just write a comment here like the item machine is both a drop target and a listener for the lever. And due to how our events work, we need to figure out which handler to use in one location. All right, so now the only thing that's happening is this on click, which should be what was going on here too. This is just state machine click. So item dropping handles from a different location altogether. So we actually don't need this input event to be here. We just toggle the lever. So we get lever dot is on equals not lever dot is on. That should probably be a public function then if I'm going to do that, huh? Do we have something that just toggles this? It's not hard at all to make. Yeah, okay, just checking if we already had it. Public void toggle is on equals not is on. Now we do this and put this here. And then we do the same thing from here. Lever dot toggle. Oops. And then get rid of that new thing I added to clickable area, which was this, which means we now need to get rid of that too. And then the listener for it, this is just clicked. And I think we should be good. Let's try that. Yeah. Then I got to write a long note about what we have to do in the future here. So if I click this, I see it's got a collision area here and it's absorbing the events. I need to turn that off. I guess we could do that with, oh, I guess we could have done it with the built-in thing. What am I thinking? We can just turn off the mouse listener. Yeah, we don't need this handle mouse events. We can just say that this goes to toggle. Delete all of that and then change it over here so that this is just mouse filter. Oh, you can't change the mouse filter? Because lever doesn't know about a mouse filter. Because lever is some animated sprite. It's the clickable area that needs to know about it. Okay, that's not that bad. I guess we'll just still have handle mouse events. Get set. These need to be return whatever the clickable area, which we don't even save. Okay, great. God. Then let's code all of that. So this is going to be get that the mouse filter, actually, sure, whatever, write that. I don't really care. Mouse filter. Wait, is it not called mouse filter? Does this not have a filter? It doesn't. Wait, how does this listen to events then? It's via input event. We need to turn that off. I think of pickable. I guess we could just turn that off. But I was thinking of disabling mouse events altogether because I was thinking it was something like this, where we have the mouse filter and can just set it to, well, I guess I'll move my head, set it to ignore. But that only exists on control nodes. So to turn this thing off, we could make it not pickable. Yeah, we can just do that. But it's still got to be something like this that we have here, huh? All right, so clickable area. Whoops, this is the wrong file. Lever, clickable area dot input pickable. And this is input pickable equals value. I guess we'll just call this input pickable too. Then this can set it to false. And now it should work. Yeah, but now it's not highlighting. Oh, God. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Yeah, we can fix even that, but yeah, we can fix even that. We'd add an outline to this entire thing and just highlight the whole thing. No, that wouldn't work. What am I talking about? Because it wouldn't highlight the lever as well. We need to make it all one canvas group. Oh, God. There is no solving this. Hey, Muses. Well, let's at least see if the item stuff works correctly. If I click this, no, it's not even working correctly. Do we need the lever to be its own thing? Can we merge them? I mean, we could merge them, but I don't like that idea. I wanted lever to be a reusable thing because I don't like that all our scenes by default are kind of getting to be too large. Anyway, I think this is just something we don't address right now. And I wait until we revamp the event system. This is a shame though. And I'm not even sure, will I fix this when I switch to using events? I guess we need to test it out. Yeah, I think I'm going to delete all of this. Everything I did here. Maybe highlight the whole extractor there as a workaround. We could do that, but it'll only highlight this stuff and not the lever. Because I guess when we try dragging a crop, which is not easy to do, because we need adventurers to be able to pick this up. Where is it? Here. I don't have enough money. Okay, so now we add in a bunch of adventurers. We click this. We wait for them to come over here. Then we send them into battle. Then I pick up one of these things. Oh, wait, no, it's potions. What am I talking about? This is only going to highlight the slime. This is way easier to do. We just do this. Yeah, so that highlight is what we would see, where it stops at the lever. I mean, I guess I could just toggle the highlight of the lever as well, overlap. So you're going to include all this stuff or just the demo that's already on Steam? It's going to include all this, yeah. Hey, Grim. The game's going pretty well. We're getting ready for the next demo launch, which should be in a week or two. And things are generally feeling good in the game. They're not super polished yet in terms of balance. Chef Slime has that Ramsey energy. I don't think Ramsey would say this. Is the name of this city Honeywood? No, there's no name. Oh, I guess it is. There is a name. It's Skeletown. You plan on bug testing? Yeah. Yeah. All right, I guess we're going to undo this and I'll just go file an issue. Do we have something about events already? Not. Oh, here it is. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Yeah, I already have this written down. All right, I'll add a little section here that talks about Juicebox Hero. Thanks for the resub. Happy 5 months and hi. Epic NPC man. I think I've seen some of those videos. I just didn't know the name of the city. All right, so some problems. Very aptly worded section. I don't have a better idea for that. On today, I looked into how we would fix this problem. Click a potion on the ground. You'll pick it up. Then click the extractor. Instead of only dropping off the item, it will also toggle the extractor, which is annoying. Problem is that the extractor is really two things: an item machine and a lever, and each one has its own input handling. Even if we merge the input handling, we'll still it's not even if we merge. If we merge the input handling, we would need to handle outlining the extractor and its lever differently. This whole thing about invisible control nodes, that even work for us? I do want to prototype that. I kind of want to do it now because I don't think it would take super long. How do we know what's on top, though? Do our own Y sorting in this case, though. That way the control nodes match the order of the items on the ground. This just isn't important. That's the problem. Well, it's not important enough, I should say. Yes, there's this bug, and yes, this bug is going to be very hard to fix without just properly fixing up our events. But it's not the end of the world. I'm going to save that. I think we do have potentially an easier fix for this. I think I'm going to get rid of all of this code we just wrote. And then I think we're just going to change the collision shapes. Yeah. It's kind of sad. Is there any of this that's worth keeping, I wonder? Not really. Well, I guess before we gut everything, let's just go make the change I wanted to do and see if this looks better. So the collision shape of this should just be the lever, I guess. So it's like that amount. And then we just need the collision shape of the extractor to not match this at all. So we do something like that. In fact, maybe make the lever even smaller. Oh, this could go off to the left and above a little bit too. Whoops, 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 whoops. Did not mean to do that. There, and then move this over there. Yeah, so that might be a good middle ground. Let's try that. Could the extractor call player held item dot clicked item destination when the lever is toggled? Would that fix this scenario? I think I need to trace through the code to see. I can't picture it off the top of my head. All right, so we should still be able to click this. Yeah, so we can turn that on and off. And now this problem, as long as we Wait, no, now I can't even click this thing. All right, I'm deleting this stuff. Yeah. I just don't want to delete the collision shape changes. So let's revert all of these things. And then in here, what did I do? I added in a clickable area. I don't want that. Which means the load steps goes back down to 27. The shape changed. The shape changed. That's fine. This is not fine. And the position of the shape changed. Yeah. Okay, let's try that out. All right, we should be able to drop items on this thing again. We should be able to click this. Yeah, but you can only click it by the lever itself. All right, let's try dragging an item on here. So here we click this. Okay, so there is a point on here where it operates both of them. We can separate that a little bit more maybe. Or, you know what else we could do? We could make this thing not a square. Well, it's a rectangle, but not a rectangle even. What is it? Polygon collision. This. And then delete this and change this so that it is... How do you do this? Edit points. Okay, so something like... What's going on? I always forget how to do this. Polygon. If you want to draw a collision polygon, use a collision polygon 2D instead of a collision shape 2D with a convex polygon shape underneath it. Convex polygon shape. What? There's the point. Why didn't I see that before? Okay. So now I put this in the right spot. Like there. Up to there. How do I add another point? Why is it so stupid? Oh, nice. Okay, that's how we can do that. Yeah, so something like this, and then we just drag this point inward a bit. Something like that. Yeah. Now let's try that out. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have changed the farm thing. Let's go do that really fast. No, the extractor itself, it's got some seed value. Yeah, just set this to a really high number. That way we can drop off however many potions we want without this thing stopping us. Yeah, the problem with that DIY all the things is how Godot handles events and it's it's sorting as well. So there's a very particular, and this is why this is so frustrating. There's a particular event order, and if let's say you're processing item handling at the input event layer, and it's just marked as handled, it'll never get to any of these layers beneath it. But then the way that it sorts objects in rendering order is something we would need to query. Anyway, it's a whole thing. This is why I'm saying it's difficult and time consuming. It's not worth putting in the time now. You got all the music done? I wouldn't say we got it all done. We want at least one more track and possibly like a boss music track. I don't know. All right, so we should still be able to click this. That's working. And now when I drop items in, hopefully we can't, yeah, we still can toggle them both. I'm not actually sure why, because there isn't any overlap there. Wait a second. What? Why am I able to select the lever when I'm over here? Did I mess that up? This collision shape only goes to here. Am I pointing at the wrong thing with this? Clickable area. No, that's correct. What? Yeah, what? How far to the left can the mouse go? Over to here. How far up? To there. How far down? All the way down to here. There's no way this is correct. I drew the shape like this. Is it because it's using this shape instead? That is very likely what's going on, but why? Because I overrode this. Oh no, now it just reset. What the whole point of this is you should just be able to draw whatever you want here, right? So yeah, I think the problem was that it was using the wrong shape entirely. I'm not sure why that happened. But that should probably fix it. Let's see. Actually, you know what we could do? We could just do this. Visible collision shapes, and we'll find out what's going on. Is it working now? Yeah, that time it worked. Huh. I don't know what happened there. Clicking this scene and then clicking. Oh my God. Okay, I see. I didn't make this unique. So we actually changed the. Okay, well, let's make this unique. There. So now if we were to make this a gigantic rectangle, it's not going to modify the lever scene and vice versa. So if I were to expand this out like that and save this, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's revert this to what it was then, I guess, which is like that. There. Should just remain unchanged. And then this can be what we had originally. Cool. That's why I don't do this kind of stuff. I'll enjoy your side quests. This is my main quest right now. All right, that's working pretty well. Can we drop this anywhere and toggle both? No, we can't. Good. Okay, great. That's it. That's good enough, in fact. And maybe this is even just the correct solution. We don't need to revamp events. I guess the problem here is you can't click the extractor to turn this on. You need to click the lever. And players might not realize that. Whereas if you hovered over the whole extractor and then had it tell you that, it might be better. Maybe we also use the extractor as a proxy for that. I'm not concerned for right now. I think this is a good enough fix. Well, what we should probably do is start with this thing on. No, wait, no. I'm kind of changing my mind slightly because there's also this light. This kind of looks like a button, doesn't it? I don't know. Let's just see. Let's see what people say. All right, let's check this in. It's weird. You see this? The scroll bar is going down, but it's not actually scrolling anything. Huh. Can't say I've seen that before. I bet it's just a stale view here. Yeah, it's working now. All right, well, that's that. So change collision on extractor. It used to be that you could click the extractor while holding an item to both drop off the item and toggle the lever. Now it only does one or the other based on where you're clicking. The problem with this is that players may not realize they can even toggle the extractor anymore. Might need to fix that at some point. All right, well, whatever. Trim clickable area for garbage slime so you don't accidentally click it when you're trying to click an item to its left. All right. What do we have here? We have the clickable area is just this. Let's look at what that is in the game. Can items drop there? Yeah, they can. Yeah, let's change that then. Let's make this just be the bounds of this thing's body. Yeah, that. Am I coding in GD script or C++? I'm using C#. Can you highlight selectable areas on objects within the game? Isn't that what we're doing? Are you suggesting something different from this? Because like we already have these things being highlighted here. Although that's a problem too, right? I'm changing this on the parent scene. Oh God. Doesn't that mean that I messed up all of these? Yeah, probably. How fun. All right, let's make this unique. And then we can just collapse this thing. So that looks good. The NPCs themselves now should have a much, much smaller collider. Although these show up in the shops. The whole shop is a collision shape, but then the NPC is as well. But I believe that one's turned off, so it's hidden from view. What if we rerun this? Going back to the lever, there are 3 areas that are interactable. Well, it's only 2 areas that are interactable. I said the thing about this thing kind of looks like a button on the front of it. It's not interactable right now, and I don't really know if it should be. It is just a light. It just kind of looks like a button. Okay, so this is correct. Now what about the NPCs? There's a pretty big space, and I think that's okay. But we could also just make it a little smaller. Okay. Now what about the chef slime? You are also an NPC, and your collider is based on the wrong thing now. So make this unique. Expand this. Man, it is so hard to click these little selection nodes. They're like 3 pixels big. All right, that's better. That's good. Yeah, I'm okay with these being a little bit larger than normal. That's okay. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Clean up NPC colliders. They were all using the exact same shape, which worked for some cases, but not for others. Namely, I wanted the garbage slimes clickable area to be smaller. All right, spending sludge produces a label there. Let's go take a look at that. Chef slime, modify sludge. This is making the label. It should just be cook item that's making it. Oh, no, it's not even this. It's, I see. It's this. This should only be when you gain it. And delta is greater than 0. Yeah. It's too cute. Yeah, I really like the garbage slime. I wonder if we should add a 3rd slime at some point. Because we have the garbage slime there and we have the chef slime here. So the thing I just changed is that now when you spend wisdom sludge, you won't see a text label show up. When you acquire it, you see it show up. So it says +2 sludge. But then when you spend it, yeah, it doesn't do anything. Nice. Okay, that's it. Fix bug with showing negative deltas. This would happen whenever you leveled up an adventurer, which is the only way to spend sludge right now. Museum curator can be an archaeologist slime. Let me just absorb these priceless artifacts. All right, anything else? I had some things listed here. What is this? The quest button turns green even when you finish all the quests in the game. It should be hidden at that point. What is 861? Oh, the bonk sound. A/G8, how's it going? That belongs in a museum. Indiana slimes. Fix these highlights. Okay, yeah, let's tackle some of these. More bricklaying that we need to do. All right, quest button turns green when you finish all the quests. It should be hidden. Let's go see. Where do we do this? Town menu. There's a quest button. Quest button is only visible when you build the tavern. And then should only be visible if you haven't done the maximum number of quests. Hey, Berg Alibi. I am. And yeah, thank you. I am getting ready for the next demo. And the major things that have changed, I don't know when you were here last, actually. Let me check by your chat messages. It was like right when we launched the last demo. So yeah, the major new features are we now have a farm. And the farm is used for growing crops that you feed to the chef slime, which will cook it into wisdom sludge. You know, this little brain graphic here. And the wisdom sludge is used for leveling up. So if I get 50 of this, I can click level up. That's the other big thing we changed is adventurer progression. It used to be that every adventurer you have was always the same level. So if the rogue was level 3 and I were to hire the mage would now be level 3. And then you only ever level them all up at once. And now you split them up by spending wisdom sludge. So if you want the cleric to be a higher level, just spend the sludge on them. We also changed how you get skills. It used to be that every level you would get 1 skill point, and this was kind of like a tree where you had to unlock them going down the tree. Now you unlock a random skill whenever you unlock this, and it costs gold. And depending on your skill points, you might have enough to put them into many skills or only 1. Why are they so angry? Just because the garbage slime is so happy. I thought the chef slime should be angry. And maybe it's because they're bad at cooking. But I don't have more of a lore reason than that. The other thing we added was a fishing pond. So this is another way of getting food. You go and battle the pond. And you'll catch fish by doing that. And we added an item stacking and some different enchanters, spell casting mechanics here. So now there's a way to automate this. We also added perks to a bunch of different things. If I click this, you now have a little button in front of these you can press and it'll cast a spell. So yeah, I think these are a lot of good changes for the game. We have some bugs I want to fix, some balancings I need to change. Gordon Slimesy. Can we figure out if you've done every quest? We have number of quests completed here, right? Num quest done, yeah. So let's just have a public bool has completed all quests. This is going to be if num quest done is equal to that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so every time you complete a quest, we need to potentially change this button. And we change its modulate somewhere, don't we? Quest button.modulate. Ah, here it all is. Yeah, on quest accepted and completed. So we should probably just make a function that says like private void update quest button modulation. We need to know that you're on a quest though. Do we know that? We should know that. There's quest there. We can just check to see if that's null. Let's see what on quest completed and accepted do. This is called... This is called by setting it to null. Yeah. Set quest. Wait, no, what? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, this sets it to null and then invokes this. And on quest accepted... is here. Yeah, I think this should work. Okay. So the tavern has to exist at this point. Yeah. Or else the quest button wouldn't even be showing. So just delete this stuff. So yeah, has quest. We'll just make another Boolean here. Or like is on quest. Do we ever check that? Quest is not null. No. Okay. Yeah, let's go do it. Public bool has, or like is on quest, is just quest is not null. Then we can use this everywhere. Are you an idiot slime? I think you need to hold 2 pieces of bread to its head. Otherwise, I don't think the joke exactly works, but I do know the clip you're referring to. All right, we checked here. So this is if is on quest, quest completed. Quest if is on quest. Good. Any other ones that we check against null here? Yep, here. If not, is on quest. Then just return. We now know this has to exist. Any others? Yeah, this one. All right. So we slightly cleaned up some code there. But that wasn't why we did this. We did it for this. If you're on the quest, set it to green. If you're not on the quest, set it to white. And if you're done with quests altogether, if town.tavern.has completed all quests, then just hide the button. And now when you load from a save file, we probably need to call update quest button modulation. And I guess this will now need to check to see if the town.tavern is null, then do that. And now we don't need this stuff here. There. Okay. These things can now change. So this can just be plus equal, update, quest button modulation, delete the rest of that. We don't need to set its modulate. And then showing or hiding this thing. Okay, let's try this out. Not able to describe in the type system that you're on a quest, then quest is non-nullable. I don't think there's a way of doing that. Yeah, I don't think there's a way of doing that. Because this is calling into a property when we check to see if the... Where was it? I know what you're talking about. But anyway, yeah, the code to check to see if the quest is null or not. Oh, I'm in the wrong file. That's why. Is this. And since this is in a different location, it doesn't know in that function scope that this is not null. Although it could. But it's possible this property has side effects, in which case it might change the result of that. And in this case, I guess I can also know that this one doesn't have side effects. Yeah, I'll twitch that. All right, so how do we test this out now? We have no quest button there. If I just save and load, it shouldn't break or anything. Yeah, good. Now if I build the tavern... Oh, the sign's gone. There we go, build the tavern. That's not a bug, by the way. Okay, so same thing. Now we have a quest button, but it's white. That is a problem, I believe. I think it should be green. Shouldn't it be? What used to make this green? Oh, we just started it as green. Is on quest. Wait, we set it to green if you were on a quest? That doesn't make sense, does it? Oh, because we used to call this from... No, this is just inverted. I think we just want this to be white and this to be light green. Needed some double time wrap delivery. Did you watch the Skeleseller wrap? All right, so now we save and load. This does turn green. So it doesn't turn green when you first build the tavern. Because I forgot to call this. Whoops. I guess we know it's always going to be green in this case, but it doesn't matter. Cool. So it's green. We accept the quest. We save. We load. It's white. Close that. It's green. We save. We load. It should be green. We just keep accepting quests and completing them until we're done with them all, which should be on this one, I think. And now the button goes away. Save and load, and it should still be gone. Perfect. It just says there are no more skeletons hanging out at your tavern. Everyone who's out of entry must still be alive. Cool. That fixes that problem. Let's check that in. Yep. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so hide quest button when all quests are done. Yeah, that's it. What, Grim? I'm not sure I understand what this message means. While you be standing this game jam when done. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you mean. This isn't a game jam, just to be clear. This is just a standalone game. We've been working on this for a year now. And I guess a game jam could last for a year, but I don't know if I've ever seen a game jam that lasts for that long. I'm still not sure what you mean though. Will you be standing? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're asking. That was a quest thing, right? Yeah, good. Okay, we have to fix these highlights. Let's go do that. This is working. I think it's less obvious that it's selected because this was only intended to ever be behind or in front of the paper background. No, that's not true. Was that ever true though? God, I don't remember what it looked like. We need to open up the old version. Sending? Grim, can you just retype your can you just retype your sentence? Take a very long time typing it out. I still have no idea what this means. Will you be sending this game jam when done? I'm so confused. Radical hippo. Will you be submitting your game to a game jam? Oh no, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like game jams almost always have some like time requirements around them and usually a theme you have to stick to. So for you to take a year or more than a year making a game and then submit it to a jam, that's basically cheating. I don't think any game jam would allow that. Or maybe you mean like a convention or a I don't even know what else. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah. Anyway, no, it's just a standalone game. We're just gonna make the game. We're gonna launch it. It's gonna have a price tag on it. All right. So we are currently on an old version of the game, and the reason why is because I want to see what the old UI looked like, but we need to wait for the first battle to be done. So unfortunately, we have to sit around for a little while because I don't have any debug features here. And there we go. We build our potion shop. Okay, cool. Yes, this used to be on a lighter background. All right, let's just take a screenshot of this so I don't need to do that again. And let's paste this into GIMP. All right, I think we need to lighten that a little bit. Can these ever show up on a different background? I don't think so, or at least they're not selectable when you do that, except for maybe the battle background. Yeah, but they can't be selected. They can only be hovered. And they can only be selected in this one case. So in this one case, we should just make it clear which one is selected. In fact, maybe it's worth writing in this little thing here, rogue. Maybe, but still. All right, let's go into, where is that? Party member, I think. And there's a highlight rectangle. Might be in party member base. Yeah, here it is. Highlight color and selection color. The selection color is just set to dark green, which is practically invisible. So we could make it light green. Then we need the hover color to be different. And I don't think we can use any dark colors here because of the background. So let's try, well, light green makes it look like you can do something though. Maybe something more towards cyan. C# colors. Did I do the pixel art myself? No, I didn't. I want to buy assets or hire a pixel artist. Pixel art is so hard. Yeah, it was a combination of them for me. We started with an asset pack, and then Quickie Joe is doing the artwork. All right, so we got to find something that's kind of close to this. Aqua is what we're already using. Wait, no, we're not. Oh, the alpha is first. Oh, that's confusing. Yes, so aqua is what we're already using. So what's kind of close to aqua, but I guess a little bit darker, maybe light sky blue. Ross. I was playing Robot Cop yesterday as there was one free game on PS5. It has a very bad bug with the sound sometimes. It goes out of sync or it doubles up. I don't have a PS5. I don't know what Robot Cop is. Robot Cop PS5. Oh, RoboCop. Okay, never mind. I know what RoboCop is. Sorry, I was not trying to be a jerk there. Yeah, presumably they know that's a bug and they'll hopefully fix it. I think audio problems in a long game are very frustrating. When Final Fantasy VII was released on the Switch, as in the old Final Fantasy VII, they had some issue with the music where I think it restarted every time you got into a battle. So you just never hear the duration of some of these tracks because you get into a battle every like 15 seconds. And they fixed that. I think that was a great change for them to fix. All right, what are we doing here? We're testing this. Yeah, I think the selected color now looks pretty good, but now it's not obvious that you're hovering over it. Maybe we should just make the rectangle bigger when you do that. Also, when you have a bunch of adventurers. No, that all looks fine. Yeah, I just want to make it obvious you're hovering over it. Maybe we make it white. Oh, the highlight color is on top of the selection color. Is that correct? Yes. Oh, so we're drawing both of these things. So they should probably be different colors altogether. Or we just make this colors dot white. Let's see what that looks like. We've already made it more obvious which one's selected. That part I'm fine with. Yeah, I don't like this. maybe light green. No, but light green we might. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna hopefully spend a lot of time on this. I'm bad at picking colors. It just needs to be obvious that it's selected or that it's highlighted. Yeah, that's good. Sure. Oh, you know what? Making the alpha different would let you know that that one's the one that's selected. Where is light green on this list? It's 90 EE 90. 90 EE 90. So 90 EE 90 and maybe like that. And then we just evaluate these things so that we can actually read what these numbers are. Huh. That doesn't seem right. Why is it turning white? Or is that the combination of light green and whatever color I used? Oh, you can make a color out of an existing color. Interesting. So if I set this to 1 here, and I'm already sick of this, then we would see it just be full light green. So I think this is just how colors mix, and I'm just not expecting it to look like that. Yeah, that is how that works. Okay, let's make it be like 0.85. And then that's it. I'm done. As long as this is something, then we're moving on. I thought there was a separate bug with this, though. Yeah, this is good enough. I'm happy with that. It's clear what you're hovering over, and it's clear what you have selected. Okay, was there another problem with this? There used to be, for sure. It used to be that these things were offset. I wonder if that was caused by having this be in the same column. That was fixing a PR. Okay, yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah, because this looks a lot better now. All right. Change party member. Oh, wait. The highlight color is also used elsewhere, isn't it? It's used here. Hmm. And it's used on the end of the battle screen. I think this is fine. I can keep doing this. Change party member outline colors. The dark green wasn't visible on the dark background of the adventurers panel. This was, I believe this is the only place where that color will show. Okay, get rid of this. Do you have any general timeline? How much longer you might work on Skeleseller? Or I guess just largely dependent on if it's successful once you decide to launch? Yeah, so here's what's known right now. Next demo is going to be in the next, like, whatever, 15 days, basically. The next fest, which is Steam's digital whatever demo fiesta, is like June 9th or something. I don't remember exactly. So let's just put an approximate thing there. And then after that, it's figure out launch plans. So let's say this demo, everyone's like, oh man, this game got so much better. It's great. Just add some content. Then cool. Adding content's going to be easy enough to do. We'll have more bosses, adventurers, items, locations. And that's pretty much it. So, and then the typical bug fixes and polish. But what we need to answer is, do we do early access or just straight to launch? And then when is that? And I think September is probably a reasonable time frame, assuming that things go well in Next Fest. Yeah. Anyway, afterward, let's say the game sold 1 million copies. Like, yeah, I'm probably going to keep developing it. But if it sells, whatever, let's say it makes $10,000, I'll probably just drop it. I'll probably focus on marketing for some amount of time. It's been interesting producing YouTube shorts because I think they are helping. I looked yesterday at the number of wish lists, and I didn't stream yesterday. I only made a video yesterday. So, and it had gone up by like 3 or 4. The numbers have been not so great lately. Yeah, yesterday it went up by 6. So like that's probably due to YouTube. So this is probably actually working. I'm making totally unrelated videos to Skeleseller, but they're getting some views. I don't think the latest one is. It's gotten a little bit better. Yeah. What was this set to? 1473. So we've gone up by about 30 wish lists in 9 days. Yeah, it's not very good. So probably most of 2025? Yeah, I think so. I think that's pretty reasonable. The only other plan I had for 2025 was to make my organization course, which doesn't look like it's going to happen at this point. But I'd like to do that at some point. And I am doing mentoring again, but my current mentee is doing private sessions. And I think we will have a public session possibly next week. So if anyone was into the mentoring stuff that I was doing, all these videos that I had here, this will probably be returning to the stream. Okay, do we have any outstanding pages here? No. Let's check in what I've done. Here, press on. Thanks. All right, where do we leave off? Need to process the rest of the feedback. The outline of the Enchanter NPC shows for this. Okay, these should all be pretty fast. Hey, Mystical Cell. Happy 9 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why don't you reach out to some Twitch channels, maybe give them a key to the game, free advertisements for your game. Oh, thank you too. I'll Twitch that. I appreciate the subs. So the answer to that question is it's not as easy as just reach out to Twitch channels and give them a key. A lot of like small streamers will probably say yes to something like that, but then they're small streamers, right? So if you reach out to whatever their 15 viewers, how many people are actually going to go buy the game as a result of that. You're probably lucky to get like one of them. So is it even worth the time? I mean, if you think of the sale of the game, it's going to cost $10, which means that Steam takes $3, which means I get 7. And then after taxes and everything, let's just say it works out to like $5 of actual of actual revenue. Is it worth going to a stream for a $5 bill to say like, hey, can you stream this? Work out the logistics with them? Probably not. So for large streamers, it's definitely worthwhile, but then they're going to say no because they are typically paid to play these games. So it's just like any other advertising. It's an equation of if you spend X on advertising, do you get a return on that investment? And if the answer is yes, then it's worth doing the advertisement. So I have no idea if the answer is yes because we don't even have a paid version of the game yet. Sorry, I missed what you said. Check out the VOD. I'm not going to repeat that. Hey, Lumbox. Welcome back. Sure, a lot of subs right now. Also, let me check something really fast. Make sure I'm not mispronouncing someone's name. Lunbox. Yes. Good. I am saying that right. I'm going to modify your name on my thing so that I can... Oh, it's already modified. Oh, it just doesn't show for subscription messages. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, these things are some quick fixes we can do. Quick fixes, these. I'm going to take a quick break before that. And then... Yeah, I think I want to look through other GitHub issues. Look through the other items I have. GitHub issues. And this to-do list to prioritize more work. At some point, we need to get back to balancing. All right, I'll be right back. Is it jump time? It's jump time. I guess I should probably explain this for people who haven't seen this. If you type join in Twitch chat, you can join this game. In 30 seconds, it'll start, and you type the jump command J and then a number and jump up to the top. Try to make it to the top and win. I'll be back in a little bit. Hello, everybody. Juicebox Hero missed the game. She did not have a chance to jump off instantly and pathetically. Close the game. Double jumping saving degree. You can type out your jump commands like J50, and then the next one just put like an A at the end or a B or something, or really anything. Any garbage characters are just rejected, so that way you can pass the spam filter. Okay, outline on the enchanter NPC only shows when they're orange, not green or blue. Is it because we're showing different sprites? That's probably what's going on. Which means we probably need to do this in a different way. Where is the enchanter? There. Yeah, oh, God. Why did we do this? Why don't we just have the animation player? How do we even do this, though? Good luck. Take care. All right. Thanks for dropping by. I'll Twitch that. And thanks for the sub. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm not mistaken. Okay. All right. So only the orange one shows up at first. What we could do here is we can change via the animation player. Oh, but we need them to be in the exact same frame. What if we did this via code? We might be able to do this via code. I mean, we should be able to. So this... Oh, where's the animated sprite? We didn't even have that? Now this thing's breaking on me? Oh, it's protected. Okay, so we can get that. So can you get how far into an animation something is? Animation is just a string, right? How do you get the... I don't know what it's called. Pause is currently playing animation. The frame and frame progress. That's what it is. Frame progress. Okay, so then yes, this would be very easy to do. We could do it through code. Or maybe there's a way for animation player to do it. Yeah, maybe there's a way. So instead of changing the visibility of these things. Oh, but that's what gave us the smooth fade in between them. It's not just changing the graphic. Oh. Okay, is there another thing that we can do here then? Can we outline? No, we can't do that. Oh, no, I do have an idea. Okay, what we could do is we could put an outline on an always present enchanter. Sorry, give me a second. Let me think about this. This is on the animated sprite, but we're showing different ones. But the clickable area still works. Are we breaking this even when... Oops, I don't want this here. Okay, build the enchanter. They start off orange and you can click them. But now I speed this up. They turn blue. You can still click them, but you don't see the hover stuff. Oh, we could just add an outline to all of these. That might work. Yeah, but we need many outline holders. All right, let's save this. And let's go try that out, maybe. Outline holder. So this is an animated sprite that has texture crop. This one has it as well. So we point this at the blue enchanter. The blue enchanter does not have a shader on it. So we need the same shader to be there. This doesn't have anything special on it though. So let's just load in our, whoops, my bad. Let's load in our outline shader. And then make an outline parent on hover. Put this here, point at this, and this. All right, does that work? Because if that works, then I don't think we really have a problem here. I'll just do that one more time, and we'll just say this scene looks bonkers, but it at least operates. All right, so I'm just going to keep the mouse here. I don't remember how long it takes for it to change blue. Nope, there we go. That looks fine. Yeah. All right. And then it's going to turn green and it's going to fade away for that. Yeah. To get an array of each thing. Yeah, but this is the only case where it'd probably matter. So I'm okay with just us having a little bit more complexity in this one scene. So I'll call this like blue enchanter outline holder and blue. Actually, we could just make these children of the animated sprite, right? Yeah. Outline parent on hover and outline holder. Okay, and let's do the same thing over here. So instantiate another outline holder and another outline parent. Add in our shader material. Outline, click, click, click. All right, that should do it. Because in my mind, this is such a minor thing that it probably wasn't even worth doing this. But we've done it, so let's speed this up. Yeah, now it is technically fading out the outline and then fading in a new one, but I think that's okay. Because it's a very, very subtle effect, and it's only when you're hovering over this. Yeah, this is working. Nice. Let's go check that in. Fix outline on Enchanter NPC. Only the orange sprite had the outline. So when the Enchanter became blue or green, it would no longer be outlined. I just added more outline holders and shader materials because it was the fastest way to fix this low priority, low impact bug. Yeah. Done. All right, stop explicitly declaring sound IDs. Yeah, I don't think we ever save this stuff, do we? How would I even find out? Save data, save.json. I don't know why we would save this. No, there's no sound that shows up there. Yeah, I'm just going to delete all these. There. All right. Now what we could do is we could alphabetize these. And I feel like that's a good idea. Is it a good idea? Let's alphabetize them and just see. Does it look better? I don't know. We could organize them by abilities versus UI versus whatever else. I don't really care one way or another. So sure, let's just save it like this. And I'll run the game and just make sure nothing breaks. Sort by character length. Sort by volume. Also, hey, Ben. Yes, we need sounds on to be able to hear this. Let's start a battle. I don't know if that's even coming through. And even if it is, it's probably not funny to anybody else. But it's hilarious to me. Sure, it's working. Alright, turn that off. It reminds me of Pokemon. All the different Pokemon had their own like summon sounds. But I think they even did that for the anime at some point. Hey, iOS dev guy, and hey Smack. Welcome in green names. Okay, so stop manifesting explicit sound ID numbers. We never save or load these. So now I've removed, so I removed the numbers and alphabetize them. Why? My enter key is being pressed twice. I just cleaned the keyboard pretty recently. It's always cat hair that's doing it. All right, done with that. Apple trees are spawning new apples when they already have apples. Is that true? Are you spawning another apple? All right, pay close attention to this thing. Does it ever move? So far, no. But we need to wait another year or two and make sure it doesn't move at all. That's strange to me. Are any of them moving? I know I didn't just make this up. Huh, that one isn't either. What about this one? Maybe they don't move when you hover over them. No, I don't think they move. What if you click it once? It'll spawn in a new location now. But then, yeah, so there's the new one. Does that get deleted? Maybe it's saving and loading that does this. Let's turn down the apple spawner time so I don't need to wait forever. Max spawn time and min spawn time. Let's set this to 4 and 6 instead of 40 and 60. Yeah, maybe it's a save and load problem. Maybe it's not a problem anymore. Maybe it was fixed. Maybe I imagined it in the first place. Oh, no, it definitely moved there. It definitely moved there. So maybe it moves once at the beginning of the game. That's probably what's happening. Yeah, there's some state that's not initialized correctly. I bet it's that. So let's look at the other apple tree. So is that going to move in like 3 seconds? Yep. Yep. And I'm guessing it happens for the final one. So let's go find out why that's happening. So this timer gets kicked off. Roll spawn time. Wait time. Timeout is show apple. And it sets a new position. And then we change the process mode of the clickable area. I guess we could have just set input pickable to false on this thing, huh? Input pickable. It's an area 2D, so that should be possible. And that's probably smarter than setting the process mode. Input pickable. So it's not pickable there. It is pickable here. Yeah, that should work. And then the other issue is that we start with an apple present. Can you click it as soon as you launch the game? Yes. And then another one pops up and you can presumably click that one too. Yeah. So is it intentional that you can click it when you start the game? Probably. And we just shouldn't start the timer if we're going to also show the apple at the beginning. Show apple. Auto start is true. I think we just set this to false. Or what if none of the apples showed up at the beginning of the game and you had to wait for them to spawn the first time? Then you might see them pop in and you might click them. Because right now, this is a totally unannounced feature in the game. You can get a very tiny amount of gold by clicking these things. And eventually I want to announce it. I want the game to have some perk where it's like, hey, those apples that have been spawning, they're worth 10 times the amount of gold now. And you're like, apples, what? And that's when you realize they're on these trees the whole time. Hey, Carl, welcome in. Well, anyway, let's do this. This should fix the problem that we had. Whether or not we start with apples, I don't really think matters. All right, so now that should not move. We'll speed this up. Yeah, that fixed it. Okay, easy. Revert this. Auto start is set there. And then the input pickable stuff. This is fine. Yeah, it's fine. As long as you can't click this when it's gone. I'm just going to click frantically here. Yeah, good. All right, so let's check this in. Stage. Use input pickable for the apple spawners. I guess we were disabling their process mode, which was effectively the same thing. And then this is don't auto start the Apple spawn timers. Since Apple's start visible, the old code would make them reposition themselves after about a minute. Now they won't do that. Yeah, done. All right, next up is this. We should enable auto battle on the battle map as soon as you unlock it. That way you have to turn it off if you want, rather than having to turn it on. Yeah, because there's no reason for you to want that to be off, especially not if you just bought it. But I'm not certain if it's already working or what. So let's build this. I have enough money for auto battling, so we buy it. And now on the battle map, yeah, it's off. So if I start a battle, it's not going to have auto battle on. Yeah, okay. Well, that's it. We just need to fix that. Do we have a thing for unlocked auto battle? We do. Okay, well, then what's listening to this? Oh, the battle panel tab is already listening to it. Set start button state. What does this do? Is auto battle in here? Yes, visible. Is auto battle possible? Okay, and we want to not only have it be, we want to just set its button press to be on. All right, that should be very easy. What's this called again? Here. Okay, so we say on unlocked auto battle, and we need to call that at some point. Private void on unlocked. So call that, and then we set the button to be pressed. Let's try it. This is why I wrote these are quick fixes. These changes are taking like 5 minutes each or less. So that's not bad. All right, so it should be disabled. It's not even there. Then we enable this thing, and now it should be on. Yeah, and so when I start a battle, this should be on. And then when we finish the battle, I guess let's just speed it up. It should restart the battle automatically. Good. And if we turn this off and then start a battle, it's off here. We win the battle, and it doesn't do anything. Nice. Yeah, I think this is going to be better. Do we call this every single time you load the game? No. Unless this is somehow called every single time you load the game. Wait a sec. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so automatically enable auto battle. After unlocking the perk, the feature will now be enabled on the battle panel. That way players don't have to turn it on. Yeah. Okay, look through some other items I have, some GitHub issues in this list to prioritize stuff. Okay, there are like 4 million things we could look through. So let's start somewhere. 5 up things. I'm glad you liked it. It took a long time. I had this idea back in probably like November or December, I think. And I just sat on it for a while. And then I think in January, I started writing some lyrics. And I like the lyrics. But even after I made it, I was still revamping the lyrics a bit. Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen, the Today command talks about it. But every April Fool's, I do something. And they're not all pranks. In fact, I don't think any of them are really pranks. They're just little fun, creative things. They're not even always supposed to be funny. They're just little ideas I have. Anyway, yesterday's was a rap about Skeleseller. All right, let's look through some GitHub issues. I still think probably the most pressing stuff is this stuff that I wrote down here. But I want to look through and let's sort by when it was created and make it go by oldest. All right, refactor where item displays are stored. Balance simulator. We already did this, didn't we? think this is done, or at least as done as it needs to be for now. I think we talked about doing this for more than just battles, though. Yeah, we talked about unlockables. Yeah, let me just say close. User research. This is an ongoing issue. What else? What else? What else? Boilerplate, plural. This isn't even needed anymore, I think. Yeah, thanks to the localization changes that Kevin made, I don't think we need this issue anymore. I'm just gonna say close is not planned. What else? Enemy items being purchased. This is done now, isn't it? Oh no, this is not done. That's minor. I don't think it's worth doing right now. None of this stuff. Okay, so I gotta refresh. Actually, this week should probably cancel. Yeah. Gonna close this issue since I don't think this is all that necessary. The maximum party size is 4. There's an edit party button, and you can always change the location where a party is battling. Yeah, if people ask for it again, we can maybe reprioritize it. Okay, so since I closed 3 of these, I need to refresh this page because 3 new ones are going to appear at the bottom now. Yeah, and now we can go to page 2. Be mindful of touching your nose or eyes. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Man, apparently there's also I've never heard of this and I've never had this happen, but there's something called like margarita burn. Yeah, apparently if you just have lime juice on your skin and you go out in the sun, that it burns your skin. And I just never heard of this until a few years ago. And I don't know how many people are aware of that. Like, how often does that happen, I guess? You're on the beach or you're at a barbecue or something and you've got lime juice on your skin. Save auto battle settings. This is already done. Instant slots. Essentially, when you load a game, it should reflect the state you left it in. Yeah, I'll leave this. Add an animation delay to lightning zaps. Yeah, no, this doesn't matter. This is probably not worth looking through. Maybe I should just look through it faster. How about that? Add new graphics. Have we not added something here? Fireball, taunt, and shield. I think we've added these things. I don't think this is necessary anymore. The fireball was just updated recently. So yeah, that definitely doesn't, that's not needed. And then what's this other one? I'm looking off screen. Oh, we don't use those graphics. All right, well, fireball doesn't matter. Let's get rid of that. I don't know that we have a need for these graphics. You know what I should do? I should just save them to my unused folder for right now, just in case we have a need. Whoa, where do you... The UI changed. Okay, let's save this. Taunt 3. And taunt 4. Okay. Are there missing fingerprints? Is it? I didn't actually know about that, huh? Never went and closed the issues I mentioned on Discord. That's fine. I'm looking through them now. I think it's okay. All right, so we have an unused folder somewhere. Unused here. Okay, so we're going to put this stuff over there. Why did that close Finder? All right, we'll call this shield and we'll call this glove taunt. Sure. All right, I added these to the unused folder so that we don't have to keep referring to a Discord message. but I don't know whether we'll use these in the game. So I don't know, close is not planned. Let's go check that in. Add some unused graphics. Okay. Save and load, fix pathfinding. Yeah, I don't think a lot of this matters. Oh, darn it, we need to go back a page because there's going to be something at the bottom of this. Revamp Higher Adventure UI. Put description of selected adventure in a dedicated part of the dialogue. Consider adding their main skills. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this at all. Right now, when you go to hire a new adventurer, you see all of your options in this, and all you get is this little, you know, powerful spellcaster. Can cast damaging elemental spells, sometimes in rapid succession. So you just get a little tooltip that describes them. I don't think it's super important that you can see all of their abilities or a better description, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Because if we did show you their skills, their innate skills, would you care? Would you read them? You might. I don't know if it's worth putting in the time to do that and then find out that no, people actually don't care about it. Yeah, I think I'm going to close this for now. Oh, the allow you to close the dialogue part might be interesting. Because right now we keep it open always because you already paid for it. So we need to make sure you actually follow up on the value of the thing you paid for. I'm going to leave this for now. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to eventually want for this, but I don't think this is worth doing anytime soon. So I'm going to close this issue for now. Yeah. Why is this still listed here? There it is. Add rare items. Add rare items I do want to do. Should this be done for the demo? And what else should we consider for this? Because right now there's the customer desire system, which pretty much says something like, I want a cloak. And whenever they want a particular item, they'll tip you for it. And they tip based on the most valuable item you've ever found in the game. So if the most valuable item you found is, I don't know, let's say there was some sword that was worth like 50 gold. Cloaks are normally 6 gold. So they'll tip you like 50 gold on top of that and pay you 56. So that it's still worthwhile for you to go find this thing. So rare items would essentially be like the tip system, but you just any customer can buy it. Hey, Ghost. I remember you said you don't use homeroll mods. What do you use instead? I use one-shot mods and combos. So if I press these 3 keys at once, it makes command. And now I can press something like A on my keyboard and it'll do command A. And if I enter a layer and then press like this key, for example, it's again command. But the one-shot part is kind of interesting. So you can see this. I press this. Now command is on. And it doesn't matter how long I wait. I can then press another key and it'll send it just for that one key. But now if I press A again, it's going to send the letter A. So that's what I use. One-shot mods and combos. Should we add rare items soon? I think we need to do a little bit of game design because there was another idea that I had, which is what if you had perks or I don't know, something that increased the value of items you already find. So like a small blue potion is worth 3 gold. But what if you could upgrade that to be 4 gold? Is that fun? Is that interesting? I think if this is going to happen, then it means that you're not obsoleting a bunch of old locations. And is this enough to do that? I mean, maybe not a jump of 1 gold, but if you made this worth like 40 gold, then yeah, it's definitely enough. Now you're probably not going to even fight in later locations because you're getting a ton of money from the very first one. I don't know if this is a good idea then, but the rare items thing I think is kind of interesting. It adds a little bit of excitement when you find something. Problem is, how do you even know that it was a rare item? I guess we need some special visual effect. Anyway, it's all written down. I do think this is worth considering. So maybe I'll write this down for next week. Like Monday, address feedback from Sam, and then maybe it's time to implement rare items. Yeah. All right, let's keep looking through. Flavor text to customers, raid instances, unused monsters. Add a question mark button because it's early access. Cleanly clear out terrain and everything. Fix keyboard input. This is probably worth doing. We should probably prioritize this. Yeah. Bugs to prioritize. Camera movement via the keyboard. What else? Maybe this is worth doing really fast. Should probably be a menu item somewhere, or maybe just a hotkey that opens up the save data location. Mostly for people who had issues. Yeah, I should probably do this. Let's do that today. I'll write that down here. Open save location quickly. Oh, I wonder if we could make... Can you make a new GitHub gist when you're not logged in? If you're signed into GitHub, is that what it just said? Oh, wait, it says if you're signed in, it'll be associated with your account. So you can make one if you're not logged in? How do you do that? I don't know if you can. Or at least I don't know how you do that. I don't see a button for it. Creating a gist. Navigate to your gist homepage. Yeah, it says sign into GitHub. Okay, so I don't know why they say this. If you're signed into GitHub when you create one, you have to be signed in to create one. Must just be out-of-date documentation. Oh, well, that's too bad. Because what I was thinking is I could automatically create a gist for them with their save file. There's no identifying information in it. I guess I could still do the same thing with like Pastebin or something. Hey, Spire. Yeah, just.github.com, but you need to be logged in, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Pastebin is another option. I wonder if they have like a query parameter you can use that'll... They probably do. I don't know if it's a creating a new paste, API paste format parameter in detail. Required parameters. There's a post. Do they have query parameters for this? It doesn't really matter. There's file paths potentially. In the save file? I don't think we save anything in there, do we? I guess nothing stops us from eventually adding them, but the save file itself has no personal information in it. All right. Anyway, the very basics of this feature would be that you press escape and you click like the version number at the bottom and it opens up your save file location. And the most advanced form of this would be something like you, I don't know, right click this and it automatically creates a paste bin with your save file. I think we'll just have it open the folder for now. Cast free, nice, congrats. How does it feel to be able to scratch your hand again? Yeah, I don't think we need to auto upload this anywhere, although there's no PII in it, so it would be fine. Hey, Wolfist Wolf. Okay, what else? I haven't seen this issue in a while, and I don't know if it's still a problem. The issue is that the battles would render at half the scale they should have normally rendered at, but there was no obvious indication for why this would happen. And even if we fix it, like, I don't know, maybe it was a Godot thing. Maybe Godot had some problem in it. But yeah, I think I'm just going to say I haven't seen this bug in a while. It's possible that updating Godot versions fixed this somewhere along the way. Yeah. Just just gonna close this. Thumb is still partially numb. They said that could be from the cast and injury. 4 weeks of therapy scheduled. Yeah. I wonder if physical therapy for a hand injury is easier than physical therapy for, let's say, like a leg injury. I don't actually know, but my hunch is that it would be easier. So use the sounds. We've used sounds for practically everything. Is there anything we still need? Enemy death sounds, building something, items dropping. Change a line in license IMD? Where's that? Leo. Oh yeah, I just paid for them. I don't need this here anymore. Maybe I'll just, yeah, maybe I'll write this here. Lots of sounds are from, how do we find that? Complete sound effects bundle. Is this what I bought? I think it was this. Why does it still say buy all here? Yeah, anyway, it must have been this. Yeah. Are from Leopaz. I paid for a license back on, I don't remember when. All right, I'm not going to write the when. Who cares? I paid for a license. Yeah. Have a brace on, but can take it off except for sleeping. Someone ever says to you, brace yourself. You'll know what to do. Yeah, I think we're going to close this. This has been pretty much tackled. Clarify where most sound effects are from. Oh, and then I might also want to say I tried to keep their file names the same so that their origins would be obvious. Yeah. We've pretty much done this. Almost everything obvious in the game has a sound effect. And I try to do this as we add new systems. Yeah, I'm just going to close this. All right, where was that? Here. Organize scenes by category. I don't know if this is necessary anymore. I think doing it with new scenes is fine. I don't know about changing existing scenes. Yeah, I'll just close this for now. I think this is worth doing for new scenes, but I don't know if it's worth it to go back and change all of the existing paths. It just doesn't feel like it'll be worth the effort. Okay, where was that? There. Show dialogue when you beat the ogre for the first time. Why is this here? Should probably be done when you beat any elite. The main point is to tell you you've unlocked the volcano. I don't think we need this. Yeah, we've had a banner for a while now. It used to say level up, but now it says elite defeated. So I don't think this is necessary anymore. I'm going to close it as fixed. It's pretty much fixed. It's not exactly fixed the way we said. This game's about bones in a basement. Yep, Skeleseller. And hey, JD. People do ask that a decent amount. Not the Skeleseller pun, but about like, are you, if it's called Skeleseller, are you selling skeletons? Which I don't know how that kind of game could be fun. But you are a skeleton who is selling things. Draft a new town design. I think this is probably done enough. Yeah. Order requires some playtesting. You should enforce only having one entrance. Okay. I think we've done enough of this that I'm going to close this issue. If there's still something actionable, we should talk about it. Cool. Delete, debug, summon for one stage, and basic stun attack. Kept these two because I think we should actually use the ideas. Both to make for good boss abilities. Have we deleted these already? Debug, summon? No, yeah, we haven't. Okay, great. That's fine. Whatever. Keep that issue around. Save and load customers. I think this is... No, we're not saving sprites and stuff. Okay, that's fine. Make the slimes actually eat items. Yeah, we'll do that later. Get your bones here. Like, how fun would a game have to be where you're selling bones for you to overlook that you're selling bones? Because there are games about selling stuff, but it's not exclusively bones. Okay. Balance the game, revamp skills. Man, we've had something like this for a while now, huh? What's this? Oh man, there's like a 1 pixel border at the side. Can you even see that on the stream? Yeah, I guess you can. Yeah, there's a 1 pixel border where we don't exactly cover the side of the screen. Is that a problem? I I can't tell. I don't see it here. Is it a full screen thing? Huh. I do not know. I do see a little bit of light at the side of the screen, but I don't know if that's a Mac thing or a game thing. Yeah, that 1 pixel here that you see, this light green. Is that a Mac thing? I guess we could just test in any other window, right? It looks like it's lighter over here too. We need some window that has content going all the way to the side. Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, here it's light gray. Yeah. I think that's just a Mac thing. So I don't think there's a problem here, but what would we do to even fix that? This is already anchored to the entire screen. I guess we could just make it slightly larger than the entire screen, right? But is this only a Windows problem? I wonder if it still happens. Does anyone have... This is Windows 10, right, that Rami's using? Is it Windows 10 or 11? I don't actually know based on just this. But does anyone have whatever version of Windows this is? And can... This is 11? Okay, thanks, Dawson. Do you see something like this happen? I guess you wouldn't. No. This has to be a game thing. Because the green of the trees is showing there. Yeah, all right. Well, here's what we could do. We could just expand this a little bit. How do we even do that? We have this set to full rectangle already. I guess we have to set it to custom and then add in an offset of a little bit like that and that and that and that. There. So now it goes slightly beyond the screen. And that's it. We'll just... That'll fix the bug, but it's probably unnecessary. So let's try running this. We shouldn't see anything unusual happen. Hey, Franken. Yeah, everything still looks the same. Okay, well, let's just check this in. It's not hurting anything. I'll just set the same number on every side. -20, -20, 20, and 20. And I'll even write here in the editor description, I'll say something like, this doesn't just use full rect because of this issue. Which is like the overlay didn't cover the full screen on Windows in some cases. Something like that. Yeah. So now we go check that in. Why did the scene change? Frame progress, that doesn't matter. We gotta close that now. All right, here's the only change we did. Okay, so expand overlay background. Fixes 482. Cool. So this is gonna be closed. Perfect. All right. It's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, none of this is super important to tackle. We're going to be at a point in the next few months where we can't ignore any of these things. We just need to tackle every single one of these. It might mean closing them. But yeah, this is all fine. All right, do we have that written down in multiple locations? Customer desire system? Huh. I have this written down in 2 different spots. What's the difference? Make them stand by the shop. When a customer desires the item that you're dragging, drag near them, slow them down. Yeah, sure, whatever. All right, what else do we have? Show mana regeneration rate. This is shown in the perks panel now. Yeah, we can show it in the tooltip. I think it's fine. Clarify when quests run out. We only have so many predefined quests. After that, you get randomly generated ones. Okay, well, excuse me, we changed the quest system since I opened this issue so that there are no infinite quests anymore. I put that in quotes because it was never really infinite. I'll just say so that you do actually run out of quests now. So I don't think this issue matters or is relevant. Yeah, there. Close as not planned. Anything else? Change paths on the battle panel between locations. Oh, I think this is done. Yeah. This was done. I'm going to go find the commit, but I don't really need to, I guess. Where is it? World. It's not in there. Battle map. That. Gotta go find that. CP5. History. Yeah. Here. This is done as part of that. Close. Consider scrapping the vault. Oh man, I'm still torn on this. Yeah, the vault really has no purpose in the game right now. It stores items only you can access. Your workers and adventurers can't take items from it. So it's just a place where you can drop items in. But there's no reason to do that in the game. Whoa, what's that? There's a rock here on the cliff. What's that doing there? That's not where rocks go. Huh. What are you? There. Goodbye, rock. Remove errant rock. That was not what I was trying to do, though. This, yeah. What do we do about the vault? We talked about eventually adding in a museum or something where you could collect rare items, and maybe your vault is a staging ground for that, or maybe your vault is the museum. The idea here was that some people have said they wanted to be able to show off items that they've found. There's probably a cooler way to do this, though. I just don't think you need this now. I wonder if we should just hide it completely. May have been another one. Oh yeah, you're right. Did we move this or something? Yeah, no, there are tons of these. Hold on a second. Was this a problem even in the last checkpoint? Because if it was, then I'll just fix them all now. If it wasn't, then I probably accidentally dragged these at some point. Let's click this and find out. Yeah. There are a lot of them I'm gonna have to look at. All right, is it a problem over here? No. Okay, that almost certainly means that this layer was just dragged at some point. Because I don't see any that are wrong here. They may have been there, but hidden behind other. Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Hey, Karada, and thank you. Or Ukanat. Okay, yeah, let's go fix it. So turn off collision shapes. Did I already sync that? I did not. Okay, so let's undo the last commit. Yeah. And now let's fix up any of these that look bad. It's probably easier to find them through the game. I'm trying to close this. Okay, there we go. Don't care. All right, so there's one. How do we make this easier? All right, how about this? I'll just move Godot onto my other monitor and I'll fix them myself off screen. But we'll look at them over here. So there's one. Cool. So that one's gone. Wait, did it just... Am I doing this on the fly? Hang on a second. Yes, I am doing this on the fly. So we can just see them get removed immediately. All right, then all of these things need to be fixed up. Those are gone. That one's gone. That flower needs to go. Those mushrooms. That mushroom is probably fine, but these flowers and mushrooms probably look a little bit bad. So those are gone now. Anything else on the edge of this? That bush maybe? Where is that bush? I can't figure out where it is in the map. Where's the water? Oh, the water's way over there. Okay, I'm sorely scrolled too far to the side. There. Anything else? I can't see chat right now, by the way, because I have Godot covering everything. All right. These need to get fixed. Those. These bushes. That bush. Any others? I don't see any other problems. Okay, let me look at chat now. Does anyone... Oops. Quit. Okay. Does anyone else see any problems with something being on top of another object where it shouldn't be? It's typically going to be around those cliffs, I think. Yeah, nothing stands out to me. I guess if anyone plays the game and does find them, just let me know. On top of Skele game? What? What are you asking? Yeah, I think this is looking good. Oh, that one bush should probably be gone. It's got the wrong Z index, I think. Yeah, I'll just delete that. All right, where is that? Upper left. I can't find it. Man, it's so hard to orient myself here. It's to the left of that. Wait, no, it's not. I lost it over here now, too. Oh, I should have taken a picture. I don't see it anymore. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's the upper left of the shop. Upper left of the shop. I think this is on a different layer altogether. Upper left of the shop. Up, yeah. Is it this one? Yes. Cool. Got it. Ooh. There's a flower left of the big area. White flower. Oh, nice. Good call. Gone. Just leave this to me. I just cleaned a bunch of them up. So let me push this, and that way you can see if I got them all or not. And thanks, Karada. I appreciate that. Remove some doodads from the map. Changing the Z indexes cause these to be visible. I think we got most of them at least in this commit. Cool, sync. Anyone else randomly forget VS Code shortcuts you've been using forever? Asking for a friend. I don't think I end up forgetting them, but I do end up using the command palette for some things that I probably should just bind keyboard shortcuts at this point. Like I reload the window a decent amount of times. So probably I should just assign it to like, Command Shift F11 or something. I haven't done that. The problem I have is that I went from Windows to Mac, and I went from a regular keyboard to this keyboard, and then I went from QWERTY to Colmac. So I made 3 pretty big changes, and now some of these shortcuts are not the same because the operating system overrides them or some other thing changed. And yeah, that just kind of, some of them I just gave up on. Like this button. I know what I had this set to on Windows, but I never remember Alt Command R on Mac. I just don't click it that often. All right. Well, the vault's staying in for now then, I guess. What else? Gate how many town perks are available at one time. Revert demo perk commit? What is this? Didn't I get rid of this? I think I did. Let's take a look. Debug demo. Yeah, it's gone. But we kept star formation in the game? Yeah, but nothing uses it. Oh, this is the import. Oh, then we deleted this in the wrong way, right? Wait a second. Oh, wait. Did that say it was unused? Oh. I think it's unused because Quickie Joe made a custom graphic for it. Yeah, it's a trophy. We should probably call it trophy instead. Because I like the icon. I think the icon looks great. We just don't have a place for it in the game yet. All right, let's go rename that. Star formation, rename to trophy. There. All right, let's look through all these files. So that one's done. That one's done. Ability ID is done. Player demo skill points. Player demo. Yeah, that one's gone. Abilities component. Get total number of points spent. Get total number of points spent. This is not used anywhere now. At the time of writing, this is really just for a debug function, so it doesn't need to stick around. Yeah. It's not that hard to write again. So that one's done. Now town. We got rid of that already. This we got rid of. This we got rid of. And then we got rid of. Cool. All right, not bad. So that is what issue? This one? 613. Remove some unused code. I also renamed, well, let's just keep the rename as part of this. Rename star formation to trophy. Yeah. Move unused code fixes this. Cool. All right, done with that. Next up, Anything else that's interesting here? Consider changing the stone theme. Rip thought bubble. Update in-game IG. What is IG? Internet game database? Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, what else? Change Explorer. We just deleted the Explorer. I'm gonna delete this. Remove the Explorer entirely. There are now level ups in the game to make it easier if you're struggling with a boss. Done. Consider adding a way to open the game menu without having to use a keyboard. Yeah, we'll leave that. Don't allow upgrading the portal without beating a location first. This is probably worth prioritizing. Don't allow upgrading the portal without beating the location first. It's just a usability thing. I think we can make a lot of that clearer anyway, though. Improve quest flavor text. We've definitely done this, right? Yeah. I've totally changed the tavern since filing this issue, and I'm happy with how the flavor text is looking. Close. Yeah, so the original tavern was how you would expect normal quests to be. Hey, I need 10 oranges to make orange juice, and you would get some stat upgrade. Now it is a very Skeleseller themed thing. This is lets you complete other skeletons' quests in exchange for their services. So these are characters who also died like you, but while they were alive, they had a quest. So this Barry the Bard promised to bring some potions to a party, but he was ambushed by goblins on his way there and died. If you help him find these potions, he'll join your workforce. So this is how you get more skeletons to join you. And as such, the flavor text needs to be very specific to like they died somehow. So there are a bunch of like goofy stories about how people died. Otis was delving into dungeons in search of treasure when he triggered a trap. It actually didn't kill him, but the second trap did. Anyway, I like this. I think the flavor's working. We'll see how players respond to it. But yeah. Add a repeatable tip about spending skill points. Consider removing the mana crystal. Max party size next to battle party. Actually, now that we know the max party size is 4, we could potentially even change the UI. Because you'll only ever have... Well, you could have more while you're arranging your party. You could know that this is erroneous. But you don't need like 12 party members to be over here. So we could potentially make this smaller. I don't think it's worth doing anything about, though. Alternatively, no, I think it's fine. Yeah. Or else, consider making the main money counter bigger, address leaks. Give more information when saying you're already on a quest. This I think I want to do. Enough people have asked about this. Give more information when you're already on a quest. Signs should only show particles when you have enough money. Consider a pop-up about how items spawn in your warehouse. We only have 3 more pages of these. This one needs to be done. This is like the worst. We've had to do this for a while, and I just don't know how I want to do this. I'm going to put this on the lower thing here. Make perks look better. This is similar to 470, which is changing skill buttons. Yeah, it makes skill buttons look better. Okay, what else? Allow for multiple save files. Nope. Move this to the Explorer. This is not a thing. Explorer doesn't exist any longer. So I guess this is staying where it is. Done. Prevent using scroll wheel on sliders. Spell crystals and jitter. It's not the spell crystals anymore. It's the mana crystal, and probably only the mana crystal. It's just that one. Yeah, let's just rename this to like the, well, let's just leave it as is. Indicate that an adventurer has an available skill point better. Closing battle panel should reset the map drag. What is this one? You start dragging the map in the battle panel and close it while dragging. The map will be snapped to the mouse when you click it. Same happens in the game menu. Close the map while dragging. Okay, so let's see. I drag this and then I close it. and then I open it again, and I'm still dragging it. Yeah, we could potentially just stop the drag action when we close this. I think that's fine to keep. Yeah. I don't think it's worth doing right now, though. Allow for escape and enter to work with dialogues. Disable undo changes button in the settings UI until you've actually made changes. Make UI and town sounds consistent. Add acceleration. Make sure you say different things. Fuzzy graph. Oh, this is... I want to figure this one out. This one's kind of tough, though. Fix fuzzy graphics in sub viewport container. I at least learned what we're doing wrong. Release mouse on close. That was the main point. Yeah. And I think that's fair. Improve item picking. Disable that rule. I don't think this is still an issue. I think we talked about this a bit. Yeah. I don't think this is still an issue now that the entire UI. Oh, it might still be a problem. Although it might be in a slightly different way. I guess it depends on your resolution of the game. Like here, it's not going off the screen, but at some resolution, it's going to. And there's no scrolling this thing. I'm going to close this anyway, though. This UI does have a minimum size, but I think we've fixed the primary concern for most screen sizes, at least. So I'm going to close this. All right, where was that? There it was. Put the site into its own GitHub repo. Allow leveling up the town hall. I don't know how we want to do this, but I know that we want to do this. How should you level up the town hall? And I think this is related to slowly unlocking perks, because I don't want to overwhelm new players. It could be that there's a perk inside town perks that says get the next level town hall. It could be that there's a sign. Yeah, we use signs for a lot of stuff right now. There could be a sign for the town hall. It just says like get more perks in your town hall and you click upgrade. The only reason why a sign is better than the perks menu sometimes is so that you can see the change being made. Like the farm, you can clear out rocks on the farm, but you do it through this perks menu. So if I click this here, smoke is in the background now and you don't get to see the animation play out. It'd be the same thing if we put it in a perk here and had you improve the level of this building. Maybe some quests give building upgrades as a reward. Yeah, it could be. The thing I'd be concerned about there is that if we vary the quest rewards, you might be on autopilot. Most people aren't going to read this anyway. After they've read a story or two, they might be like, okay, I get it. I'm getting another worker. And then all of a sudden it changes completely and it's like, oh, you're going to upgrade your town hall. So now they do the quest and they're like, where's my new worker? And they're not looking at the town hall and they just never realized that, oh, this upgraded. Like, when did that happen or why did that happen? So I think we need it to be some manual action. And I think it should involve spending money. I guess we could just, I think the signpost route is decent. Yeah, I guess I'll write that down at least in here. I was thinking about how we should allow for upgrading the town hall. And I think that having a signpost makes the most sense. With a sign, with a perk, we would be showing the perks UI, so you wouldn't see the new town hall get built. Although this is currently a problem with the farm and clearing rocks, since that's done via a perk. We need to make this consistent. Yeah. Probably want consistency between how the town hall is upgraded and how shops are upgraded. Didn't we delete the upgrades thing from here? No, we didn't. All right, I'm just going to comment this for now. We won't think about that yet. All right, what else? Remove Steam button from the title screen. Make the settings button bigger on the title screen. Improve visibility of town perks cost. Wasn't this already listed somewhere? I guess it's kind of part of this. This one too. What else? Minimizing battles. Tooltips, the buildings menu. You're getting stuck. Allow combining the mouse input. Prevent upgrading shops. I'd love to do this, but that involves figuring out the rest of all of the stuff we just talked about building. Clearly indicate you've dragged an item to an invalid drop zone. Consider allowing dialogues to be closed. What's the problem here? I think we did this already. I made this green, and this was filed on February 4th. It's been 2 months. Yeah. We've since made the button green, which I think should address this issue. Make world map be mostly empty at the beginning of the game. Yeah, sure. Adding tooltips for battlers during a battle. Figure out why I ask for permission. This bug, I think, was filed twice. Oops. Enable reviews. Oh man, this one's super important. We need to do this. But I think I want to time this with when the new demo comes out. Yeah, I'll write this down. Post demo. Prioritize this issue immediately. Steam reviews. Clean up when sounds play. What? Oh, that's minor. Clearly indicate when you haven't met the prerequisites for casting a spell. Yeah, I could say like not enough mana or a spell already cast. Floating text would be pretty easy. Okay, what else? What else? Customers try to buy from displays with held items. Oh, I think I remember this. Prioritize the extractor after you upgrade the maximum number of fish. The crystals fill effect with the shader. Get rid of spell crystals. We did this one already, right? Yeah, we did this. Huh. This is done already. Item drop off toggles the lever. This was fixed. Same time I fixed it with the farm extractor. Seed maker. Lever. I just fixed this today by changing the colliders on the extractor. Yeah. Convert building upgrades into perks. Yeah, this is the thing I was talking about. I don't know if I want to do this. I still need to think about that. Consider adding a barrel to the fishing battles. Make initial guild sign even clearer at the beginning. Delay. Automating harvesting crops. This is already done. This was already done. Crops are now items like anything else, and your workers can bring them to the chef slime. Polish enchanter interactions. Yeah. Those are correct. Follow-up work for farming and fishing. Make a new trailer. Okay. So we've gone through everything on GitHub now. And the things I think are worth working on are these 4 and then these 5. So 9 issues from GitHub I think are pressing enough for the demo. Can I automate submitting taxes? It's very easy to automate. It's very hard to automate correctly. So if you want me to automate the submission of them, yes, by all means, but you'll probably want audit protection. Yeah. Doing taxes feels like you're navigating a minefield. You know there's a right answer. There's some harsh penalties for getting it wrong. All right, open save location quickly. Don't allow upgrading the portal. Give more information when you're on a quest. Fix fuzzy graphics. Yeah, I think these are pretty good things to work on for today. I think it's probably worth taking a break, getting some food, coming back, tackling some of these things. So I've looked through all GitHub issues. We're going to prioritize these. I guess GitHub issues to work on. These 4. And then look through any other items on this list to tackle. It's mostly the stuff that's going to be at the top here. Things about pacing, about how to unlock perks. And then just playtesting the game. Tackle them. Then we need to playtest some more. I paid a ton after I submitted my taxes last year, and they sent me a letter saying I never did my taxes. That sounds bad. I've never had that happen. Did you get it clarified? Were they like, oh, yeah, sorry, we see the massive amount of cash here? Yeah, nice. All right, we're in pretty good shape, actually. There are some more issues I want to fix later, but in general, this has been shaping up pretty well. I'd like to also maybe probably fix this stuff where the shops have the stone panels behind them so that when you start the game for the very first time, you're not seeing like, it looks like a town is already built here. They sent me 3 actually, and I had to pay out every year. I have no idea why they think I didn't. Excited to try the beta. Yeah, you just have to wait another maybe week or 2, I think. In fact, actually, nothing's stopping me from putting this online as I'm testing it. I wonder if we should do that. Maybe we should consider that. Maybe we don't need a bunch of fanfare around a launch. I just put a new version online. I think maybe we'll do that on Monday then. Consider just releasing whatever I have. So, oh, wait, because of save files. I don't want to delete people's progress all the time. Instead of just releasing whatever I have so far. I guess this would be this task here. This task. The only real concerns are, 1, getting the same feedback constantly. E.g., if I haven't balanced everything. And 2 is potentially having to wipe out people's save data frequently. I've taken the stance that until the game is out, I'm okay with wiping out people's save files. So if you ever get to the title screen and you try loading the game and it pops up an error saying like your save files from an old version, it's just too bad, you know, like start a new game. But when the game is out, when it's been fully launched, I want to make sure that doesn't happen. So I'm intentionally saying for right now, I don't care. But yeah, we could potentially just launch next week and not wait till any specific date. It's not like it mattered. I wasn't doing a marketing push or anything. Yeah. All right. I know this turned into a lot of organizational stuff. We went through a bunch of issues. We actually did close some of them, right? Get log -5. Yeah, nothing super important, I'd say. Yeah, nothing super important, but still, didn't take very long to do. So what did we work on before I did those issues? I think just more stuff. Worked on getting the game ready for the next demo. Organized some issues, tackled some. Be nice to have a few default load games at different stages for the playtest. Wouldn't want to start over because my save is an older game state. We'll get you better deep feedback as well. So the thing is, the depth of the game right now is about 2 hours. And since we have actually changed enough systems, I think it's probably worth having people just go through this normally for now. But if we ever do have people test it, and let's say that the depth is, I don't know, 6 hours, then yeah, I totally see what you're saying. And I think that could be a good idea. That we pre-populate that in. In fact, I wonder if we should write that down. Because we need to expose some buttons for that. I guess I'll say get some community members to test the game before launch. So we'll put this as a pre-launch task. And I'm going to copy paste what you said in here. Okay, so overview. I don't want to just make these tests public because they represent how do I say this? They represent something close enough to the final game that people may not want to buy the game for the extra, whatever, like 10% of the features / polish. So tasks, figure out how we want to grant access. Steam has password protected branches, but how do we decide who gets the password? Is it only for subscribers? Is it for some like testing role? Do we ask for testers on Discord? And then add a feature, add some debug features that will help people test. E.g. Chris's idea below. Okay, let's file this issue. People who are testing are likely going to buy the game to support. Just make it part of the purchase. Well, but this would be before the game launches, so there wouldn't be a way to buy it yet. In fact, I should actually do it the other way around, right? I should give these people the game for free. Yeah, probably. Maybe we offer the game for free to these people. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a good suggestion though. Okay, I'm gonna get food, and it's what time? It's noon. Maybe this is the avenue for early access. You get early access at a discount, do some testing, and the price goes up at launch. The problem with early access is you can't gate it to specific people. So as far as Steam is concerned, that it is a launch. So now, you know, Joe Schmo can come over and buy the game for a discount and maybe not realize that it's, I mean, I guess you have that early, anyway, I'll need to think about this. I'm not sure what we're going to do about early access. I don't know if we'll go forward with it or not. Regardless, we'll still need some people to test stuff that is not fully launched and is maybe more experimental or deletes your save file or something. And that's kind of what this was about. Yeah. All right. Like I said, though, we're in good shape. think things are going well. I played the game a couple of times on stream now, and I think it's shaping up to be pretty fun. There are some little pacing issues we need to solve, but in general, it's looking pretty good. So if any part of this game interests you and you haven't already wishlisted the game, there's the link if you want to check it out. I'll go get lunch. I'll come back in about an hour, I would guess. And then I'll be back online for probably like 2 to 3 hours. We're really just going to tackle some of these issues. We might, if we're lucky, get to a playtesting session again. But probably it's just going to be tackling issues. So thank you all for watching so far. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking out the Skeleseller app. And I will see you in a bit.